You're live.
Is this
We'll
thing
get
on?
notification
Hold on.
if it
Hold on.
started.
I'm gonna go to the
Give it a
YouTube.
minute. Give it a minute.
All right. You're live.
Is
We'll
this thing
get
on?
notification
Hold on.
if
All right.
Oh.
Okay, we're live. We're live.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go!
Woo!
Yeah.
Hello,
Here we are.
everybody. Okay, so I'm gonna start out. Welcome everybody to the 5,000 subscribers special of Epoch Live. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah.
Big 5K.
Big 5K.
Yeah, let's go.
Very cool.
We're in the big leagues now, boys.
We
Thank
are.
you all
Sort
so
of.
much for all the support. We love you all so much.
Except for you. You know who you are.
What?
That's
All right,
just
we
a
got
joke.
4
We
people
love all
watching
of
the
you.
stream.
So today we have there's a total of 9 members of Epoch now who actively work on this project. Today we've got 6 of them here, with 2 more who may join sometime later in the stream. Maybe, maybe not. But today we're just going to be celebrating 5,000 subscribers. So, oh shoot, I need to change my name. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. I'm gonna. So, okay, well, I guess that's where we'll start. Introductions. My name is David Willis, otherwise known as the Primal Earth. And I am one of the co-founders of Epoch Now and also one of the co-runners of Epoch Now. And I was here last time, and since then we've had a bit of change in administration. My former co-runner, who was also the co-founder, has stepped back from co-running, and the new co-runner is now Legit Eliminator. So, Legit Eliminator,
Hello.
introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Legit Eliminator. Like, you probably recognize me from my editing channel. I am a co-worker that has now turned into a co-runner of Epoch Now. I was not here last time because of real life obligations, but I am fortunate enough to be able to make it this time, and I am very excited for this new stream and for us to reach 5,000 subscribers. Like, again, thank you all so much for tuning into every video and for liking all of our videos and for giving us all the support.
Very good, Legit. Now next up, Straight Up Murph. He's the next one on the screen.
Hello, everybody. I'm Straight Up Murph. I am the chief concept artist. I do the designing of the creatures that you see in the videos. I'm the one that brings them back to life.
Via concept, because we have very talented animators too that also take part in that.
Yes.
But yes, Murph is our very, very talented concept artist, who also did the digital artwork for. If you want to go ahead and, it's on the screen right now. You can. I'll let you.
I
walk
did the
through
digital artwork for this year Epoch Now banner.
Yes, he did. Very, very cool. So, yes, that's Straight Up Murph. Next one on the team is the Dinosaur Hunter.
Hello, everyone. My name is Cody Stevenson, otherwise known as the Dinosaur Hunter. I am one of the channel's paleo artists and animators. I help bring motion into these extinct
He brings
animals.
my designs to life.
Yeah, bringing his designs to life and also creating some of the artwork that you will typically see right before you click the videos.
That's right. He's our very talented thumbnail artist for the Extinction Files series. We don't need to do thumbnail art for extant files, obviously, because those animals aren't dead. But when we have a dead animal that we need to bring back to life, Cody's the man. And next up is Spino Dragon 145.
Hello, guys. You might remember me from the last stream. I am Maxwell Green, otherwise known as Spino Dragon 145 online. You might recognize me for my paleo art and my channel, of course, which was formerly Spino Dragon Productions, but that's changed recently. For the channel, I do things like occasionally animation, video editing. I help out with research and scripting. I do as much as I can to help.
And it's also important to note that this is the guy who basically does Epoch News. He's the guy that makes Epoch News happen. Now, I know we haven't been doing a lot of videos for Epoch News. The last Epoch News video we did was actually Paleo Rewind last year, right?
Yeah.
But on the website, he does keep up with all the Epoch News and archiving most of that. We've slacked off a little bit, but we've still got a ton of cool stuff in there that we're going to talk about today. And then
Indeed.
lastly, we have Mephiles.
Hello everyone, my name is Mephiles. I am one of the channel's animators, and to repeat what the Dinosaur Hunter said, I essentially take what's from straight Merp's drawings or concept art and essentially just breed them to life, from starting as the rigs to the animation.
Yes, indeed. And though I do want to say though that whereas the Dinosaur Hunter does the extinct animals, Meph, you do the extinct animals too, but you also do, if I'm correct, you've done every single extant file animation too, right?
Yeah, but so far I've done pretty much a lot of the extant files, or I'm pretty sure all of them, right?
I think all of them. You're the extant files animator for sure. At this
He's
point.
done all of them.
He's the extant king.
Oh, very cool. So that's introductions out of the way, and now I'm gonna ramble for about 2 seconds while I try to find the schedule for what we were gonna do today. Where did that go? What did we do with that? Where is it? I can't find it. Where is it? Oh no. Oh, there it is. All right. So first thing I want to do is, last time we had some trouble with our stream because we kept saying each other's names. Now we don't really care. So I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
If we want to, I'll go first. I'm David Willis. That's my name. I've had it on my other projects for a long time. Cody Stevenson, the Dinosaur Hunter. He's that's so when I talk about Cody, I'm talking about the Dinosaur Hunter. When I and then straight up Murph, that's Jack. So if I say Jack, talking about straight up Murph. If I talk to Legit Eliminator, that would be Dom or Dominic. And then Spino Dragon 145, that's Max. And then Mephiles is Jim. So those are our real names, and we'll probably just be using those for the stream today, because saying Primal, Murph, Legit, Dinosaur Hunter, Spino, and Meth, that's going to be pretty complicated for the long term. But with introductions out of the way, the next segment we're going to do is we're just going to talk about some of our previous videos. So let's, of course, Cody, since you're the stream master, I guess, pull up Jackapil. Let's talk about that.
So Jackapil is an
First
extinction
freaking
file.
Oh my God.
And it's this
God,
video
Jim.
right here.
This
Yes.
beautifully.
This beautifully mastered
Beautifully
video
done.
of Jackapil, the armored ghost of the Candeleros.
yes, it's pretty cool. Yeah, we talked about it last time.
Fun fact. Without the knowledge of the other 7 members.
Yeah, that's what the fun fact says. The script for this video was completed by Spino Dragon within a single night, without the knowledge of the other 7 members, and completely derailed our planned schedule. So, okay, obviously this we'd already talked
It
about.
always goes first.
Yeah, well, Jackapil is the GOAT, Max. It's the best video
It's
we've ever
it's
made.
the undisputed GOAT.
The greatest.
It is the ambassador.
It is.
It is the Tom Brady
It is the
of
channel
Epoch
mascot.
now.
Yes, it's pretty great. I'm wondering though, Max. This is a serious question, Max. Do you think I should say what I've done with this video, or do you think we should just move on without mentioning it?
Oh, you can go ahead and say it.
You think?
It's common knowledge to everybody in the team already.
Okay. So for anyone watching, let me get back on the stream, because now I just. So first of all, before I tell this really cool thing about Jackapil, I want to say hi to everybody in the stream. Actually, Dom's doing that pretty well. Actually, hey guys, how's it going, stream people?
Stream people is crazy.
He's streaming. He's streaming.
What else am I supposed to call them? Am I supposed to say, "Hey chat, how's it going?" Like I'm in some insane influencer.
That's a long way to do it.
Chat ban this guy.
Hello
Get him out
to
of here.
Chat.
What's
the
going
8
on,
people
chat?
watching.
8 people
people.
watching.
You ban this guy.
Where are
Hey,
these
chat.
eight people?
How do I
So-
get through this thing gifted?
Okay.
Or he could just do what Markiplier does. He just
All right,
says,
all right,
"Hello, everybody."
I'm about to.
Hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier.
All right, okay, everybody, chill out, gang. Okay, I gotta say this, okay, because it's the coolest thing imaginable. So, a while back, so for those of you who don't know, I mostly, as a public influencer, I do spaceflight stuff. So I've got a Twitter account with like 25,000 followers, and I mostly participate in spaceflight, and then like I come over to Epoch Now to do prehistory stuff because that's what I like to do as like a side thing. And a while ago, there was sometimes when they make these spacecraft that go to the moon and Mars and everywhere else, they'll have like little chips on them that you can put data onto. And there was one of these things called "I Need More Moon" from a fellow YouTuber who does spaceflight content. And this YouTuber, TJ Cooney is his name. He got a payload to have one of these chips on a lunar lander. And he opened it up so that you could put data onto this chip. And I, being the funny man that I am, decided instead of putting something like important on this chip that's going to go land on the moon, I'm just going to compress the Jackapill video down until it fits into this chip. And so I ran the
Technically,
chip.
this might be the first dinosaur
Oh,
on the moon.
No, technically no. There has been other dinosaurs on the moon, and I'll talk about that in a second. But what I did was I compressed this video until it was so compressed that you could watch the entire video on Discord in like 1p or something. Very low quality, but the audio was fine. You could kind of see what was going on, and I just uploaded that. So I don't know what's going on with that mission. It's been delayed quite a bit, but eventually it will launch, and if the lander touches down successfully, the Jackapill video technically will be on the moon forever until the heat death or the death of the sun, when the sun will expand into a giant fireball and consume the Earth and the moon 7 billion years from now, or 4 billion years from now. In any case,
no pressure.
basically, what I mean to say is that eventually when you look up in the night sky and you see the moon, just remember that the Jackapill video might be there. So that's the news with the Jackapill video. And now we can move on to greener pastures. All right, we've got
It's crazy.
Night Fury Man 1209 says it's a pleasure to be on one of these live streams. Welcome. And
Welcome.
And he says, I am legitimately a huge fan of your channel. My most favorite video was the woolly mammoth. Yes.
Hey.
Actually,
Hey.
Cody, if you want to pull up woolly mammoth, we can talk about that video.
Mammoth time.
Oh, yeah.
Mammoth time already.
Mammoth time.
Having a mammoth of a time.
And then he goes on to say, especially with the ending quote that the Dinosaur Hunter said, it felt so inspiring that we humans can fix some of our mistakes and restore the planet's biodiversity. Yes, that was a very good quote.
It was.
That was the
yeah.
goat. Like, seriously, like, I love that.
Truly a goated line.
Oh, but wait, before we get started on Mammoth, I recognize I said something insane that I need to clarify first. About 2 minutes ago, I told Jack that there have been other dinosaurs on the moon. Technically, we brought a feather.
Yeah, please elaborate.
We brought a feather up on Apollo 14, and that's like part of a dinosaur. So that would count as the first piece of a dinosaur on the moon. So that's
true.
I just need to clarify. There haven't been like big, like real dinosaurs on the moon, just like pieces of them. But yes, there has been a portion of a dinosaur that has been to the moon. And also there have been other dinosaur fossils that have been to space that I will be making a video on my personal channel sometime soon. I don't know when it'll happen though, but
I know Coelophysis was
Coelophysis is one of them, yes. And then Hadrosaurus, or no, it was Maiasaur, has also been to space on one of the space shuttle flights. But The Russians also sent up a bunch of dinosaurs, in avian dinosaurs, which I'll talk about on that video. But that's for another day. Right now, I just wanted to clear that up. Let's talk about woolly mammoth.
Oh yeah.
So Cody, it's your video. I'll let you do the talking.
You do the honors. You do the honors.
Do the honors.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Well, this I want to point out how fun and emotionally attached I was to making the woolly mammoth video, from like the beginning of writing up the script to eventually the narration, and then seeing the edits that were being made from the editing process of the video. Multiple times, I will admit, multiple times in this video, I teared up a lot. And one thing I really enjoyed was making the thumbnail. We were actually just talking about this earlier, was like what was my favorite thumbnail that I've done so far on the Extinction Files. And that was woolly mammoth is my favorite just because of how it is and how it looks. You got I think the selling piece of it is the fact that the hair is blowing in the wind and there's the mammoth that's looking straight at you. Let's see. I'm looking at the comments
look
right
at that
now.
majestic
And
monster.
before we move on from this thumbnail, I just want to say that what Cody actually did was he did 2 different thumbnails. And the first one he kind of didn't like, and he set it aside and then made another thumbnail. And I was like, whoa, hold on a second, Cody. That first thumbnail you did was amazing. Just finish that and we could put it in the actual thumbnail. And that's the mammoth you see on the left-hand side of the thumbnail. And his new mammoth is the one on the right-hand side of the thumbnail. So he did 2 different mammoth drawings for 2 different thumbnails. And I was like, man, we just got to combine these thumbnails together into one and it'll be perfect. And it turned out pretty good.
Yeah. And of course, the video was we were trying to get the video to release. Now, initially, the intention was to have this be out like a normal Extinction File. But there's so much about the woolly mammoth that it was realistically, we should have had it as a big giant movie, like
Yeah.
T-Rex.
I mean, it ended up kind of like a movie at that point. Like,
yeah, in a way. I mean, it's literally a little bit over an hour already. So, but we were also trying to get the video out on a specific day, kind of like our other videos with like Quincana, which I'm sure we're probably going to talk about. Obviously,
no, we're not going to talk about that one.
Obviously, the Gojirasaurus video from what we talked about on the last stream was coming out on Godzilla Day. But this one was something to know about me is I work at a museum in one of the places that the video actually mentions, called Saltville, Virginia. And it's one of the earliest recorded spots where Thomas Jefferson, which if you don't know, Thomas Jefferson in a way was a paleontologist, not entirely a very good one, but he was an amateur paleontologist that was gathering different types of bones and trying to come up with things, as we know from Bone Wars. And in this video, he definitely did a lot of work in revolving around woolly mammoths and then, of course, mastodons and the giant ground sloth from West Virginia, the Megalonyx jeffersoni. But Saltville was one of the places where bones were sent to him. And there's a museum down there that I actually work at, a little nonprofit museum called the Museum of the Middle Appalachians. And every start of the year, they have an event called Woolly Mammoth Day. It's this big fundraising breakfast that they have. And we were trying to get the video out on the day that Woolly Mammoth Day was happening, which was going to be in February. And so that was one of the other special ties for the Woolly Mammoth video in terms of when we were trying to get it out. A lot of things were going on. It was getting pushed back from like January into February because we had a horrible ice storm hit, and boy, it was so fun, kind of funny, considering what was going on in our personal lives and what was happening weather-wise while we were making this video.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And eventually we got to the point where we decided the best course of action was to just put Mammoth on a slight hold and release Home Ethereum first. and then we would release the woolly mammoth video, which I think worked out fine because
It flowed nicely.
both videos are sitting at around 8,000 something views right now. Which
And what's good too is that like not only did we had 2 Pleistocene animals, we had 3 Pleistocene animals, and they all fit very well with each other because we had
Quincana
we had
And it just so
Homotherium,
happens
woolly
that
mammoth, and then Quincana.
our Cenozoic videos do the best, apparently.
Oh,
yes,
Yep.
for
Guys
whatever
love-
reason.
Yeah,
But there's
always Cenozoic.
there's one comment I'd like to talk about here, just out of my own personal bias and interest. Night Fury Man has quoted the ending of Woolly Mammoth, saying, "Eagerly awaiting the day that our own technology is advanced to the point that we can fix one of our species' biggest mistakes to resurrect a megafaunal legacy that we so call the Woolly Mammoth, the Dinosaur Hunter." Now, full props to the Dinosaur Hunter for narrating that. He did a perfect job at it. But I'd like some credit too here, because I was
Yeah,
the one
'cause
who wrote that.
David's the one who wrote that. We kind of let him take a hold on some of the. If we want a video to end off in a really good way, he helps take care of that. And so he had written the conclusion.
I wrote
bit.
conclusion. I don't think I wrote all of.
Yeah, you wrote the conclusion bit. I can't remember who wrote Extinction.
I think you and me wrote
I can't
Extinction, because remember I wrote the big part where it was like the water and the wind and across the sea you might hear the sound. I wrote that.
Yeah. We wanted to make sure it was held pretty good,
One of
and
my
David
favorite
has a
lines
way
is
with
when
words.
we mentioned that woolly mammoths were still roaming the Siberian steppe.
Yes,
during
that was my favorite part of that video, was when we talked
Sargon of Akkad.
Yeah, because the Sargon of Akkad was alive at the same time that woolly mammoths were alive. Also, another thing about that, we do say in the video that the woolly mammoth was alive and well while Ian Nasir was selling really low quality copper.
That was funny.
Well, it's funny, but it's also a little bit of a maybe, probably not, because if you look at the latest end date for woolly mammoth, it's like exactly the time where Ian Nasir would have lived. So, like, there's a possibility that woolly mammoths and Ian Nasir were alive at the same time, which is what we go with in the story, because it's just funny.
Didn't we also mention something about the prophet Abraham?
Well, yes, Abraham definitely would have been alive at the time of the woolly mammoths, but Ian Nasir I think was a little bit later than Abraham. I can't remember entirely. What I do know is that Ian Nasir would be at like the latter end, like we're talking maybe 1 or 2 mammoths are still alive while he's scamming people in Mesopotamia. So, so it's possible the mammoths were already dead when Ian Nasir was alive, but it's also possible that there were still a couple on Wrangell while he was alive. It really just depends how the mammoths went extinct, which we don't actually know. But what I know is that we were able to find a source that said mammoths were gone by like 3,700 years ago, which is just around the time that Ian Nasir was doing his copper merchanting. So it's possible, and that's what we put that possibility in the video, but it's by no means certain that the two of them were alive at the same time. Like it's really up for speculation at this point.
Yeah. Can we also point out, and Max is going to get a kick out of this, the music for that scene.
Oh, yes.
If you don't know, which the
God.
music is amazing, but for any One Piece fans out there, it's One Piece music.
Yeah.
Okay. These guys, these absolute clowns, just love One Piece.
Hey, don't diss my goat though.
They're looking for any excuse possible to throw One Piece music into Epoch now. And I honestly though, it was such a good track, I didn't even notice it. So honestly, props to them for finding that. That was amazing.
The goat piece is real.
On the topic
The One Piece.
On the
The
topic
One Piece is real.
Yes, the One Piece is real. Yes.
He said it.
Shut up.
Oh my god.
Okay, but anyway, on the topic of music, I would like to discuss the music we used for Conclusion, which we didn't actually pick. We didn't pick that music. Cody, you had a different track in mind, right?
Yeah, I had so if anyone in the stream is familiar with the IL soundtrack, I was going to use it At the time, it was called it's called the Migration track. It's a very big and triumphy type of music. Kind of starts out in like a fairly somber-esque type of feel, which I thought was going to be perfect because we're transitioning from something uh pretty sad and trying to find a way to build up with conclusion and promoting that legacy that is the woolly mammoth. So I was intending, and I was pretty stubborn about keeping that song in there until
until
David.
until I came to Cody one day and said, Cody, I know you have something from that video, but please, please, I'm begging you, hear me out. Because I remember where I was when I saw the comment. I was in my drafting class at college. It was the end of the class. I was just sitting there waiting to get out, waiting for the class to end. I was scrolling on my phone and I see a comment under, it might have been the Mammoth teaser video. I don't remember. But the comments basically it said, you guys have to end the Woolly Mammoth video with Mammoths by John Powell. And I thought in my head, I was like, wait, what's Mammoths by John Powell? And so when I got out of class, I listened to it. Oh, no. I had my headphones on and I was in class and I listened to it. Sorry, this was a while ago. But I listened to it and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the track from Ice Age when the Mammoths show back up. And it blew my mind. I was like, none of us thought about this. None of us thought to use that track. It was, we probably got one or two people that commented that on the YouTube channel. And none of us had considered using Mammoths for the outro. But when I heard it, I was like, I have to convince Cody to let us use this track at the end of the video because it's so perfect. And Cody, it took a little bit of convincing, but Cody said yes to it, and it was the best decision we could have possibly made.
One of the moments that made me genuinely bawl my eyes out when seeing Max's edit and that music put together. I mean, it was genuinely something when you first see it. And I think everyone there in the comments and watching, I'm sure they can feel and relate to that feeling, that emotion that we felt when we first watched it.
And of course, the narration is great. Props to Cody. The scripting is great. Props to me. You know, I can toot my horn a little bit, but the narration and the scripting alone isn't going to make an ending. What made that ending work perfectly was the editing from Spino Dragon 145.
Oh,
the
hell
editing of the ending of Woolly
one of his best editing ever.
Truly,
Some of the best editing he's ever done.
Some of his best work.
It was phenomenal at the end of that.
Thank you, guys.
It's so beautiful to watch that and see it line up with the beat. And then at the very end, when you've got the Ice Age baby and Manny, and they look together and they do the thing. Now, I will tell a story about that, because I remember, Max, do you remember the orangutan meme?
Oh no!
Oh no!
So okay.
Sort of.
So we had, when we were editing the very end of Extinction and Conclusion, like I'm talking very end, when Manny is trying to pick up the baby, we have to do it in the framework of the music. Now that scene is very long. That scene itself is long, but the music isn't as long as the scene. So we had to cut it up and kind of merge footage together. And for whatever reason, what I was telling Max to do just wasn't computing. He didn't understand what I was telling him. I said, drag it right, extend it to the left, drag it right. And he was just like, oh, you want me to do the exact opposite of what you just said? And
Oh my god.
and we couldn't figure out how to work it. And then Jacob, who isn't here right now, sending us just the most hilarious meme imaginable. It was an orangutan with a hammer, like slamming a hammer.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh, what are you talking about?
Max
I
trying to edit the
remember.
video.
Oh Lord.
It was so funny.
So, hey guys, so real quick, I don't want to
Yeah.
take away the hosting thing at the moment, but so Night Theory Man stated this: will you guys eventually do a video on the quagga Equitus quagga quagga because it is my favorite Holocene species, and it was a unique subspecies of a plain zebra, especially how it's one of the few extinct species that we have legit photo evidence of. A mare of the subspecies in a zoo in London in 1870.
Well,
So
I'll say this.
Definitely, we'll get to that.
We all love the quagga.
We do all love the quagga,
quagga, quagga,
but we will
giddy,
talk.
giddy, giddy, giddy.
We're going to talk about this more in later into the episode, into today's episode, because there's going to be a segment where we're going to just talk about video suggestions and what kind of videos we're looking to do in the future. So bring this back up. We will bring this back up later today, because then we'll have a whole lot of time to talk about it.
yeah, so
right now,
hold on to your suggestion, Night Fury Man. Like, we will talk about this later, we promise. Like,
yes,
but that is a good suggestion, though. The quagga is a very famous
very
extinct animals. So,
Mhm.
so yeah.
Thank you,
like,
fossils and archaeology.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
I
yeah.
actually learned about
Goated
it. thanks
mod,
to
go
that.
play.
We will say it in the stream when we're starting these suggestions. So again, hang on.
We're gonna do a portion of the video dedicated to talking about video suggestions, which we have had some problems with, and we want to address those problems. But after we address the problems, we'll talk about video suggestions that we actually are planning on doing in the future, and we'll talk about the quagga there, because I think that you're not the first person to ask for the quagga. I think someone else has asked for it too. So it's definitely on our radar of videos we might want to do. But we'll talk about that later in the video.
Later in the stream, yeah.
Right now, though, Cody, if you want to go back to projects, or if you have anything else you'd like to say about Mammoth, we can talk about either T-Rex or Quincana.
All right.
So, okay. I really want to talk about Nanotyrannus, but I know we have to talk about T-Rex before we get to that.
Yeah, we got to do an order here.
So
Yeah, let's do it in chronological order.
There's not going to be any order to this. Let's talk about Quincana. Let's not do T-Rex. Let's save T-Rex for a little bit.
Wait.
We're gonna do
You want to do
Quincana
Quincana? Because then that's my video.
That is legitimately.
This is the stage. The stage is yours.
Oh yes. So click on Quincana. Yep. Click on the Quincana. Yeah. There we go. Thank you. Sorry. Okay. So, anyways, yes, Quincana. This was a video that I wanted to do since like 2023, I believe, and this was a video that we tried really hard to try and see if it would work out for the duration of that time. And thankfully, we managed to do this at the correct time,
do we
want
to talk about the controversy behind this video?
We barely. We'll talk about it a little bit. Like,
all right, I'll let you tell me when you want me to talk about that, because I do think, and now that we're past it, it's a funny story. So
yeah, it's the funny stuff. I guess we don't have to go too far in detail about it, but yeah, we could just talk about it to a certain extent. But yeah, so we managed to decide to land on Steve Irwin's birthday, and while we did sort of miss it, at the same time, this was a very important extinct animal to cover, because Quincana, this was an animal that evolved during the Oligocene in Australia. And the thing was, this animal was so successful for so long, it managed to live to the bitter end of the Ice Age in Australia. And the thing was, Quincana did live with the saltwater crocodile, but the thing was, Quincana was more specialized in the saltwater crocodile, which is why it ended up going extinct. And the thing was, like, a lot of people don't know about this animal because, you know, these documentaries that we get to see, like Monsters Resurrected, Monsters We Met, they don't showcase this animal. They just want to showcase the saltwater crocodile and stuff like that.
And Megalania.
Yeah, and Megalania and Phyllocaleo. And so I knew that this was a very important animal to talk about, because not only are the more famous animals important to talk about, but also the animals that we don't get to know about that often due to these documentaries. And so this was a very important key creature. This was an animal that would have rivaled Megalania in terms of size, but more importantly, would have been a competitor. This would have been a very dangerous animal. And in fact, humans would have met this creature, which was something that's very interesting to think about. so like literally Australia was ruled by reptilian predators. And so this was an animal that I was very excited to see, but I wanted to give this more nuance than just, we're just talking about a prehistoric crocodile, because since this was an animal that would end, like, I wouldn't say got replaced, but would somewhat be replaced by the saltwater crocodile in a way. I felt like this would tie in perfectly with Steve Irwin, because while while Quincana did live with humans, and humans, due to new scientific research, did not kill off Quincana, and climate change is what killed it off, we have the ability to protect the saltwater crocodile from extinction, because they nearly got wiped out by us. And it's due to people like Steve Irwin, who gave us a new perspective on these amazing animals and let us know that these are not monsters. These are beautiful, wonderful animals.
Well said,
And
Dom.
so,
And Andy the Goatman 694 says Quincana became emotional with the Steve Irwin at the end, which is, I think, what you really wanted most in the world.
oh, absolutely. Like, so the one thing I wanted to do was, like, I really wanted something that really just impacted the audience. Now, I did discuss this with David here, where I was like, should we do a montage, like, because we typically do like a montage of like particular stuff happening, and then we have the ending narration, then we have the outro. Or should we do something like we did for T-Rex, where it's kind of more or less a celebration of Steve Irwin's life, where we have a bunch of iconic Steve Irwin lines and stuff. And we did a group vote, and we all agreed that it was probably best to land on the T-Rex like ending, where we have a bunch of Steve Irwin clips at the end, and as a celebration of his life. And it's not just a tribute, like, it's a celebration. And that's what I wanted it to be, to make it the most emotionally like empowering thing, to know that we are all here. We are such passionate about wildlife and prehistoric life because of people like Steve Irwin. And it is such a privilege to like be actually able to do this for the goat. The thing was, so this, it still gets me emotional to this day. Is that, so I wanted to add an extra piece of emotion to it, where, so the thumbnail, we used that right before the montage, and I really wanted to like do something where it adds a bit of flavor to the ending. And what I did was I added a bit of audio from a Steve Irwin scene where he goes to Namibia, where he cheers that there's rain coming down for the first time in so long. And when you watch it for a split second, I think when we first all watched it, it felt like the spirit of Steve Irwin, just for that one moment, came out. Like, it actually came to life. And I'm not gonna lie, it brought a tear to my eye, and it still does to this day.
It was beautiful.
We've got a new comment from for actually 2 new comments, or 3 new comments. Whoa. Andy the Goatman says Quincana deserves more representation. Indeed, y'all also did a good job hitting the audience as well. Well, I hope we didn't physically hit the audience, but emotionally hit the audience. Night Fury Man says, yeah, you did a good job on the video, guys. And then Lydia Aerospace Bird 8220 says Quincana is terrible and adorable at the same time, like fantastic creature. So that's pretty cool. Also,
yeah, like,
off topic, but speaking of Australian reptiles, I just want to say I have my lizard with me, my bearded dragon Diego. He is with me right now. So
oh yes,
he can't say anything because he's a lizard, but I just wanted
oh
everyone to
yeah,
know
he is a lizard. He is a lizard. But yeah,
the little guy is with me, and he not to change subject, but he actually does have a cameo in one of our videos, and I'll talk about that.
oh
later.
yes, he does. He does have a cameo.
If I may,
yeah,
I'd like to add a little fun facts to the thumbnail. that very artwork that since Dom was on the topic of the artwork and that amazing edit that he did to just bring that to life, I'd like to throw in some fun facts if that's all right.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
So originally I wasn't going to have Steve in the thumbnail. I was going to make it like our normal thumbnails where it's, the animal and its environment and doing its thing and also making sure it fits within the criteria of all of our thumbnails. We have a little bit of a set criteria when having our thumbnails to make sure they pop enough so it grabs people's attention easier because, how YouTube is. And I got to thinking, I was like, this video's got a lot of passion behind it. And I've never drawn. I don't draw humans very much. I don't make not on my own free will and time. So I was like, what if I mixed past and present-ish past together and had Quincana, but also what if I drew the man himself, the man that we're, making this video out to, as like a surprise for Dom. And so I kind of went into secret. I think I told
You told me.
David and
Yeah.
yeah, about what I was planning, but I hadn't told Dom yet, and I was trying to keep it a bit of a surprise. So when I got it finished, and it wasn't as bad as I was expecting when trying to draw human beings. But I was really pleased with the end result and getting a chance to actually put Steve in the thumbnail. I was very pleased with the idea. But also, you can't see it on the actual thumbnail itself. I'd have to bring up the actual artwork, which I can't do at the moment. But in the actual artwork itself, there's a lot of Easter eggs in it too that I thought it would be kind of funny to bring up. So in the background, kind of right in this area where it's a Quincana, I put the entire characters of my own YouTube channel stuff on there, and then I put in the corner here this dude with the bright cyan pants and the pink shirt. I made that as another Australian icon, Big Les. If anyone recognizes who Big Les
Big
is.
Les.
Big Les.
What you
And
talking
and you
about?
can't see him. You can't see him because he's in the darkness right now behind Steve. But it's Dom, cheering Steve on. So I did quite a
what?
lot in this
I just had an
artwork.
idea, Cody. You know what we should probably add to the website? We should probably add the original artwork for each thumbnail on the website so everybody can see what the actual artwork itself
Oh,
looks
a
like.
gallery.
Yeah,
Oh,
we should. Like,
that's so
Epoch,
smart, Max.
the Epoch Now
Oh,
gallery.
that's genius.
That is, wow,
Max, like keep cooking.
Max's
keep cooking.
first good idea ever. I'm joking.
Hey!
I'm joking. I'm so sorry. I'm joking.
His first good idea. No, his
First
second
good
good idea
idea.
because he had Jack.
Screw you.
Yes, right. His second good idea. He did do Jacobin, which is the best idea ever. And I guess he also came up with the website, which is a pretty good idea. And he came up with Epoch News, which is also a pretty good idea. Yeah, he's had a lot of good ideas, but it's really more fun to say he doesn't have any. I know. He knows we're just joking, though.
He's the one we pick at, but
It's because
we know he's done a lot.
we only pick at Max because he knows how to make the funniest reactions ever. It's hilarious. Anyway, we got a lot of new comments. Hold on, let me read some of these. Erwin from Exterm Central. Erwin was one of my childhood heroes. The Quincana is one cool land croc that should get more showcases in media. Absolutely, I think we all agree with that. I'd love to imagine how Steve would react to being around a mega croc. Well, if I remember correctly, Quincana is about the same size as a regular saltwater crocodile, right?
It is.
It's a land
about-
croc.
Mhm.
Night Fury says, I feel like Steve Irwin would have definitely fought for Quincana's preservation rights had it not gone extinct at the end of the fly scene. Absolutely, Steve would have loved that. And then Saurus says, howdy and congrats on 5K. Hey, thanks, Saurus. But now we can, I think, Dom, do we want to tell the funny story?
Yeah, so we'll tell since we got the emotion. Like, wait.
The emotion
Oh yeah,
stuff's out of the
so
way, so
yeah, let's get that out of the way. I will say, real quick, is that
don't spoil it.
the majority of Quincana's script was done by me, but I do want to thank like Spino Dragon for helping me out with family. He did a great job as well with writing the script for that. I definitely got to say that it was a really like, and thanks to all the other people who worked on their parts as well and whatnot. Like seriously, like that video wouldn't have been as good without you guys, and like I definitely want to appreciate it. And I'll definitely say again, like hopefully, I hope, I don't know if our video will achieve this goal, but hopefully, because of videos like ours, we will actually see Quincana in Paleodocs. Like,
yeah, we'd
I mean,
love that.
seriously, make
Yeah, I would love to see Quincana in a paleo doc. It's, it almost made it in.
it almost made it in Prehistoric Planet Ice Age.
Well,
supposedly,
yeah,
we don't know,
but it was
We don't-
scrapped, unfortunately.
Do we know that for a fact? Because I thought Nash said
we know that
he
there
just
was
wanted
like
Sebeka.
there were some crocodilians that were supposed to make it in, but like we could assume it was Quincana, but who knows?
Gotcha.
Like
I saw something somewhere that where Nash did confirm that Quincana was one of a few crocs that was going to be in Ice Age, but the crocs, I guess, were all scrapped, which
That's a shame.
that sucks.
yeah, that's
Hey, if anyone out there sees this YouTube channel and is like really like in a position of media, please put Quincana in something. Like, we'd love that. We would love to see Quincana
Yeah.
in something.
like something
Definitely.
like certain what was it like Forgotten Bloodlines esque type documentary. I don't like something like, I don't care if Quincana has to be in like a YouTube series of some kind. Like, just make it happen,
Put it in
please.
something, man.
Like,
But now I do want to talk about. I do want to before we do need to move on because we're getting pretty deep into this Quincana discussion. I want
yeah,
to point out,
we can
I
talk
wanna
about the controversy, like not
Well,
too in detail, because
I think
but still.
I think that the right amount of detail makes it more funny. But before we do that, I want to point out that for those of you who didn't recognize it, the font picked out here is Papyrus, which is also known as the font from the Avatar movies, which I think is hilarious.
Whoa.
And also from the Crocodile Hunter, so that's why we went
Oh wait,
with
no,
it.
is this the Crocodile Hunter one or is this the?
Yeah, that's
is-
the Crocodile Hunter one. That's the
Oh,
one.
I
that
thought
they
it was
went-
Papyrus. Oh, never mind then. Whoops. All right. Anyway, so the controversy. So this video actually, Dom did not want this video to come out this year. He wanted it to come out. What was it? Last year. right?
2024.
Yeah.
Or
Hold on. My lizard tried to jump off my shoulder. My headphones are off. Diego, you have to sit still, baby. Sit still, buddy. All right. I've done my lizard wrangling. I've got him back. Anyway, so. Before I start, as much as I would have loved to see Quincana in Prehistoric Planet Ice Age, its cancellation from being in the show, it allowed other unknown animals to get a spotlight. I think it did.
That's true.
But anyway,
Yeah.
back to this because we do need to move on from Quincana. It was supposed to come out a long time ago, and Dom and I got in a bit of an argument about it because Dom wanted it out ASAP, and I told him that it just wouldn't be feasible to get the video out that fast, and we got in a big argument. Now, at this time, Dom was not co-runner of the YouTube channel. I was co-runner, and Dom was just a member of the channel. And so we that discussion got so bad that I fired Dom for temporarily from the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah,
That was so
Yeah.
That
Oh
was
my god.
I remember when I did it too because I was in the parking lot of a Target and I was just like,
Oh my god.
I cannot deal with this. He's got to go. And so I fired him from the YouTube channel, and we were not on good terms for a couple weeks at that point. But we came back together. We said, all right, we'll do Quincana next year. And we did Quincana next year, and it blew up. What's it sitting at now?
Yeah.
17,000 views?
Oh yes, and it got it surpassed T-Rex in terms of likes and Deodon, and like even though it didn't had as much views, and like it was very exciting because like we were getting so many comments and so many people liking it. I mean, it literally blew up, and the thing was like we were a little worried about like if people were going to see the video, is it going to be like Is this even going to do well in terms of views? And like, is the algorithm going to pick it up? And for me, I was like, I put my emotions out there on the table. If it like whatever happens, happens. And it became honestly one of our quickly hit most viewed videos. Like it was so good. Like it was like it didn't do as well as America Cheetah, but at the same time, it received the biggest amount of people watching it, like in a short amount of time. And
well, nothing is done as well as the American Cheetah for some reason, so we don't have
Yeah.
to worry about that.
yeah.
But I do think.
But again,
I do think that.
thank you guys all so much for watching Quincana and for all the support, and thank you for just sharing it and loving it. Thank you so much.
Thank you for being goaded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm.
Goodness gracious, my lizard is just. He wants to go places, and I want to hold him. This is a bit of a.
He wants to explore.
He
He
wants-
wants to go travel the world.
He
you
wants
know?
to explore the room.
He wants to visit Japan.
I want to go to Japan.
Okay, you gonna sit still, buddy?
Don't we all?
You gonna sit still? Mwah. All right. So, I actually want to show off my lizard. So, can we talk about Daspletosaurus by chance? Because
Yeah,
we
let's
can pull him up.
yeah.
So-
this is David's video. So
This
you
is
get to
my video. This was my only video this year. Daspletosaurus, the Time Before T-Rex remaster. So, the only reason I want to talk about this video right now is because there's a picture of my lizard in it. So, Cody, if you can actually play the video and just skip to the part where my lizard's in it. It's in size somewhere. You don't have to full screen it. We just need a picture of it on the screen. Picture of Diego. He's somewhere in size. Oh, there he was.
Was it?
That
That wasn't him. That's a skull.
That's yeah.
It's a skull, yeah.
Yeah.
Just click the right arrow key and fast forward through it. You'll see it eventually.
This Ericy?
No, on your. On
No,
your keyboard.
that's Cher.
That's Cher.
He should show up soon. Oh yeah, I mean, just while we're talking about it, I think that's one of the coolest facts in the video is that Daspletosaurus has like the longest arms relative to body size of Tyrannosaurs, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Also, what's good is that my museum is the only place open to the public where you could see what was it, the new species?
Pause it.
Ah,
Yeah,
there
there
he
it
is.
Oh!
So the Tuatara on the right is just a random Tuatara, but the lizard on the left is the creature that's currently scratching my arms. That is
the creature scratching my arm.
That is Diego, my little guy. And he is named Diego because when I got him, he was very orange, and it reminded me of Diego from Ice Age. So he is Diego, the orange lizard. And
I'm not gonna lie. I thought you were about to say "Go Diego, go."
No. Diego from Ice Age. That's the Smilodon.
Yeah.
Which, fun fact, if you ever watched the original Ice Age, the really, really big cat is not Smilodon, it's Homotherium, which is just really weird.
The big chunky muffin type guy.
Which
like
would have been a good segue into the Homotherium video, but I do think we should talk about Daspletosaurus first. So we've been doing this channel for about 4 or 5 years now, and we wanted to just do a remaster of Daspletosaurus because the original Daspletosaurus video is like 9 minutes long and is pretty bad. Which is funny because we got a lot of comments when we uploaded it saying, "Wow, this is really good." And looking at it today, it's like it's not that great. We can do much better. So we just all decided, let's just do better. Let's remake the Daspletosaurus video. And oh my gosh, fine, I'll put you away. Hold on.
Diego's like, I don't want to hear this for the 500th
Like-
time.
Also, like I think like so like my museum is like the only museum that's open to the public that has like I think either the third species of Daspletosaurus or Daspletosaurus horneri. I think like right now they kind of labeled it as Daspletosaurus torosus, but they now know that it's a new species or a different species, but like they it's going to take a while for them to have to change the name. But I mean, it is the only place you can see it that's open to the public, which is fantastic. And again, Daspletosaurus is massive. Like I know it's a no brainer, but still they are big. Like they're I want to say nearly the size of an elephant. It's pretty big. Like, wow.
Well, I'd say T-Rex is the size of an elephant. I'd say Daspletosaurus is more the size of like. Actually, we've got a size comparison right there, Cody. Just move it so the picture's out of the way. There you go.
Okay, so Night Fairy Fan Man said, fun fact, I actually first learned about Daspletosaurus from Dinosaur Train before Dinosaur Planet. And Andy the Goat Man says, "Aw, to your dragon."
Yes, my lizard is so cute. I love him so much. Yeah, Daspletosaurus is a big dinosaur. It's not as big as T-Rex, of course, but it's pretty big. And I do want to talk about this funny story with this video because when we were writing this video, there was like a big portion of the video that Max wrote that was just wrong. It just was just wrong. and the best part is we had already been in like the editing portion of the video at that point. So Max was like, "Hey, wait a second, I got this wrong. We have to rewrite this part of the script." And then I had to re-record that part of the script. And then Jake
it was a mess.
So,
it was a mess because with all of these newer Daspletosaurus species being named, they kind of changed like the description of several specimens, especially when Daspletosaurus wilsoni was described.
Max, I want to time out real quick, and I want to welcome Mike MC9797, who is here.
Finally showed up,
Mike!
Mike, you're here.
Hello. Yes, I'm
And
here.
there's the voice.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no, the Darth Vader voice.
Yeah, wait, I had a feeling.
Mike,
I can't even change my profile picture right now. It's not even letting me.
that's
So
okay. So
You just
everybody
don't exist.
Imagine a Triceratops where Mike's name is. That's all you really got to do. So this is good. We've got 7 out of the 9 members of today's of the group. That's not bad. Anyway, Mike, we were just talking about Daspletosaurus. Max, if you would like to continue, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, it's all good. I think that's all I really had to say regarding Daspletosaurus. It's just like the names, the newer species led to like several specimens getting redescribed into the new species that were originally a part of Daspletosaurus turosus, and that just kind of made things confusing because several sources online still had them listed as Daspletosaurus turosus instead of Daspletosaurus wilsoni. So I had to really dive deep into the research to make sure that everything I was getting was right.
Oh, and I do want to add something here. Without Max, none of these videos would ever happen. And I mean that because Max does so much in-depth research into this stuff that it would literally, none of these videos would happen otherwise. Maybe a couple of the videos from the Cenozoic could happen because those are researched by Daniel, who isn't here unfortunately. But Max is like the GOAT when it comes to research for prehistoric life. Epoch Now literally would not exist without his contribution in that aspect. So thank you for your hard work, Max. I do appreciate it.
Of course.
But I think there's not really much else to talk about with the Daspletosaurus video. It was a mess to edit. It was a mess to make, but it's fun to watch now that it's out. So with that, I think we can move on to another video. Go to Extinction Files. Let's see because I don't think we want to talk about every one of them of the new videos.
Let's talk about every single one of them. We'll be here all day.
I do think though I do think the important ones are Tyrannosaurus Rex, Daedon, and Nanotyrannus.
Nanotyrannus for sure, because
we have to talk about that.
I would want to talk about Homotherium, but Daniel's not here, so that gives us a good excuse to not talk about it. Because I mean, I do want to talk about it, but it's just we don't have enough time. Also, I would like to point out that we don't really have enough time to talk about American Lion, but American Lion just joined our 30,000 view club. So it's the third video we've ever made to hit 30,000 views, which is hilarious because now our top 3 videos is American Cheetah, Cretoxy Rhina, and then American Lion. So if there was like another American cat that we could do, we would just do it, and it'd probably just do really well. Where is my Australian dinosaur special, you nerd? Well, we've done Quincana, we've done Megalania.
That's
so
not a dinosaur.
I know. I'm about to say it's not a dinosaur. we have done Australian animals, but we haven't got to any dinosaurs. Though there is some good footage of Australovenator out there, right? From that one documentary.
Yeah, there's actually quite a bit.
Oh yeah, there's great.
There's few.
We could
Or,
do
you
that.
know, we could do Muttabursaurus since it's near reconstruction and all that.
Dom, what do you
Oh
think?
yeah, the new reconstruction.
Nose. Yeah.
Dom,
Oh
what-
yeah, Muttabursaurus.
Snort.
Oh my gosh.
Dom, what do you mean?
This
no?
year has
funniest-
been crazy with paleontology, man.
I love it.
Anyway, let's just before we get off track, let's get back into the actual. I want to read some comments first. We got a lot of them. Saurus asks, Dasp is like the second largest North American tyrannosaur, right? I don't know, because Nanosaurus got pretty big, and Albertosaurus is pretty big, right?
Yeah, they are.
I think that and plus, technically, if you count Microrhizaensis separately from Rex, Microrhizaensis obviously takes the cake. And then there's like Alamo-Tyrannus, if that's a real thing. So, I don't know. Daspletosaurus is kind of like in the medium size range. I don't know if I'd say it's the biggest. Silent Fox says, I liked both videos you did on Daspletosaurus, but I'm biased because it's one of my favorite dinosaurs to play on Path of Titans next to Alioramus. Alioramus is another good one we could do a video on. Extreme Central says, my experience with Daspletosaurus turosus in IRL has been with field museum specimens. Gorgeous George. There's quite a story behind that individual. And then he goes on to say, T-Rex and the Homotherium and the American Lion are one of my favorite 3 videos. The lion is specifically one I loved, given my fascination with modern Pantherans. Yeah, American Lion was a very fun video to make. I loved editing the ending of that video, especially with the Lion King music, which actually segues nicely into the T-Rex video, funnily enough, because the only reason we used the Lion King music at the end of American Lion is because we used a different track for the end of Tyrannosaurus Rex, because the Tyrannosaurus Rex video was supposed to end with the Lion King track. And we actually, Cody, I sent it to you. Do you happen to have the original, actually, Cody, if I remember correctly, you did a recording with the American Lion or the Lion King music for T-Rex at the outro. Did you remember that?
No,
You don't? Oh, well.
I don't. I don't.
We had a preliminary recording with that, and it was pretty okay, but then we changed it for the new ending. I think the new ending is better. Oh, we got so many comments. Hold on. Before we get to T-Rex, Extreme Central, yeah. Those aren't dinosaurs. I know that MDP, fake science guy. Oh, well. Napoleonic edits. Hey. When's the next part of Bone Wars? Well, the answer is we don't know.
The script has been started. I will say that much. We have started on the script.
Oh, and we will talk about Bone Wars after we get through these videos that we want to talk about. But we love Bone Wars. Even though it doesn't get a lot of views, Bone Wars is like the thing I'm most excited for.
Yeah, we have a time with that.
We love Bone Wars.
We have a time with it.
It's not necessarily fun editing, but it is very fun to watch. We love the Bone Wars show. Anyway, let's get into the greatest video we've ever made. Tyrannosaurus Rex, the king of the dinosaurs. Last Epoch Live, we kind of hinted that we were doing something big. This was that. I could talk for days about this, so instead I'm going to let one of you guys talk for it.
Dinosaur.
Well, it definitely was a heck of a. It was definitely a challenge.
It was a big
It was a
enough
mountain
of
to
task.
climb in terms. It was a mountain to climb in terms of narration, but I figured I'd be playing the. I'm checking the stream right now. I figured it would be kind of cool if we just played these videos as they're going.
I agree. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a lot we could say about Tyrannosaurus Rex.
And there's so much we didn't include in this video that we easily could have included.
It's such.
It's like Mammoth.
Yeah, it really is.
That's one thing about Mammoth. If we had included everything we wanted to with Mammoth, it could have easily been longer than T-Rex. But if we
Yeah.
wanted
we
to
could have
include-
hit the 2 hour mark.
We could have hit the
Hell.
2 hour mark with Mammoth, but if we really wanted to with T-Rex, we could have easily gone to like 3 hours. There's no reason we couldn't have.
Yeah. That's
Like-
why I was trying to trim family down, like for Mammoth, to make sure that like
Yeah.
where it doesn't make it
It could
too
literally
long.
be a video longer than in game. It's
Yeah, like
Oh,
I will say though, I'm very proud of how I written family for Mammoth. Like, yeah, I probably could have included more of the mastodons and such, but overall, I think I did a great job covering family.
But on the topic of
great. Anyway.
Tyrannosaurus, I will say, I'm just gonna pick it. I'm gonna pick out my most memorable and favorite moments of this video, which is actually a lot.
For me, it's about 2 hours worth of content, but for you, I guess.
yeah.
Well, I mean, the first part was some of the moments in history. My favorite part in history is when we talk about the etymology of the name.
Oh, I love that part.
And when I remembered it was clear as yesterday. Just putting the names together, me having to make sure I pronounce those names, the Latin, it's Latin and Greek.
It's
mixture of Latin and Greek.
Part Latin, part Greek.
Yeah, being able to pronounce those properly, which had David to thank for that.
And actually, if I can elaborate on that a little bit. So my three big areas of interest are spaceflight, prehistory, and then Roman and Byzantine history. So I was able to teach Cody how to pronounce those words, and we had a little bit of fun with the pronunciations there. So, and the etymology with Tyrannosaurus Rex is almost entirely Greek and Latin. So I had a blast doing all that. But that was just I just wanted to interject how much fun I had with that.
Yeah,
Cody, I'll let you go.
Mixing. In my opinion, you get a lot of movies and documentaries that like just throw in Tyrannosaurus Rex and then putting in the name meaning Tyrant Lizard King. But I think, in my opinion, and I'm going to be a little bit biased on this, I think we did it the best.
Oh, of course.
because the way we were like leading into the name Tyrannosaurus Rex, mixing that in with the music, which was from When Dinosaurs Roamed America, and it's a little extra audio editing, some thunderstorm and lightning effects that were going on, and then having the original Barnum Brown American Museum of Natural History skeleton just flash right there
with lightning and thunder.
As I say, Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Tyrant Lizard King. When we first saw that, I think all of us got goosebumps.
Yeah, I got a little bit more than goosebumps, but
Cody, I have an idea. After you're done with this, I want to hear everybody's favorite part of the T-Rex video. We'll go one by one. So keep going, and then we'll pass the mic to Dom.
My other favorite part was this was it. This is when we were working on it. I did thoroughly enjoy, although it was another mountain to freaking climb. The physiology segment was a whole lot different than anything we've done prior to Tyrannosaurus Rex, and it was the first time I think we added in models, which Jack had made the concepts for really good, close to accurate reconstructions of those pop culture designs. In the physiology, where we had from the Charles R. Knight Rex to the prehistoric beast Rex. Then, of course, the cool thing, which I think is Jim's magnum opus of animations, was that T-Rex animation.
I know it's
from Jurassic Park.
I know it's not my turn yet, but the Jurassic Park T-Rex animation is my favorite part of the video.
Yeah.
actually, Jim, would you like to talk about that?
Yeah,
honestly, let's jump to that.
I definitely had the most fun animating the Jurassic Park T-Rex. How do I even say it? I think my favorite part when I was working on it was right when it was like it like smacked the was an explorer. I think it was explorer.
Yeah,
The
the
explorer
Explorer.
onto its roof. It starts to like it pins it down with his foot, rips like a few pieces off of it. Like the it, I can't describe it for words. It was just
Yeah, you're at
it
a
was
loss
probably
for
the
words,
most
but it was very fun.
it was probably the most ambitious I've ever done with a dinosaur animation in a long time. Like
Oh, look at how good it is.
It's right there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So goated, man.
And pulling the Explorer back, and then the roar and the lightning.
It's so
And
and
then-
then
clean.
it
there's
rips
little
off
me.
the tire.
There's little me holding the flare.
Can you back it up? Because I want to. I would. Because we did so. Go to the prehistoric beast wreck because and keep it paused there because I want to showcase something. The you guys don't really understand the amount of work we put into this T-Rex video because look at the little Cody stick figure. If you can pause it right here, Cody.
Damn.
So if you
Don't mind me. I'm choking on my water, folks.
If you look at it, it's just a black silhouette that's holding something in his hand. But now play it, Cody. Play it again. Because then watch the little guy, right? When it hits the lightning strike, it turns into
a flare.
the flare. And if you actually watch the video in high definition, you can see that the flare is like frickling and it's going in and out. Because I spent like
That's
2
amazing.
hours in a video editor animating a flare effect onto the Cody stick, and it was I'm so happy with how this turned out, and then of course it's just amazing. I love that animation. That's my favorite part of the video, except for extinction and conclusion, of course. Extinction.
Now,
and
for
conclusion.
me, the best part in the video, for me,
I'll let you go on that.
is wait for it. Wait for it. This part is my favorite.
Yeah, this was
Oh,
yeah.
Just getting to see my Tyrannosaurus in the video.
Yeah, so this is Cody's personal Tyrannosaurus from his animated
This is his
show,
pet Tyrannosaurus named
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
Old Yeller.
And
Yep.
I originally Cody was going to do the Jurassic Park T-Rex and Jim was going to do the feathered T-Rex. And then I had an idea. I was like, wait a second. What if Jim does the Jurassic Park T-Rex and then Cody does the feathered T-Rex, but Cody does his personal T-Rex because that was more of an inside thing for us as a team. Because we knew most people wouldn't really understand the joke there, or the reference there. But I knew that everybody in our team, when they saw it, was going to be like, "Whoa, it's Old Yeller!" And when we watched it for the first time, and everyone got so excited to see Old Yeller, I was like, "Yes, I knew we made the right choice."
Trust me, when DHS gets chased by dinosaurs goes mainstream, I hope it does. It's gonna be peak.
It is
They'll
already.
everyone will know, and then they'll revert back to Epoch Now to go like, "Oh, this is."
Oh my
where-
God! Look!
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But anyway,
Oh.
if we could spend another hour talking about T-Rex, so
I could spend it like all day glazing this video.
It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the best video we've ever made. Honestly, it is the best. And today, I haven't checked, but I just know it's the case. Today, T-Rex is now our 4th most viewed video. It has undoubtedly passed my Eep as the 4th biggest video we've ever done. So I'm very happy with this video personally. It's taken a while.
The skeletal bits. That was cool.
The skeletal bits were amazing. The animated segment of this video was so good. And I just need to say, shout out to Nature's Compendium, because Nature's Compendium, we watched him before we ever did this. And his animations inspired us to do our own animations. And I love what we've been able to do ever since then. And it would have never happened if we didn't see his animations beforehand. So,
Goliath.
y'all should have a. Okay. Before we continue, I'd like to read some comments here because we got a ton. Dom, can you go back to responding
I'd
to some of these
also-
comments so that we don't.
Before we get to that, I'd also like to thank the Vividin for helping us out with this.
Well, we had a lot of people help us out. We had Vividin, we had Edge. We had some of our subscribers help us out who knew a lot of stuff. Because we did
Shout out to all those goats.
Yeah, we we sent the video to a lot of people to kind of get feedback, and in turn get their feedback. And one of the feedbacks we got was that, hey, you should probably talk about Nanotyrannus as if it might be a real dinosaur. And we were like, yeah, that's not going to happen. So we just didn't include that feedback. And
oh boy, did we eat our words.
So the
Aged
video,
like milk.
So now I've watched the T-Rex video in the wake of that announcement, and honestly, the ontogeny segment isn't terrible because we were smart enough to kind of treat Nanotyrannus like it could have been real, or it could have been a
Schrodinger's
juvenile T-Rex.
theropod.
And a lot of the stuff we say in ontogeny is still true. It's just that now Nanotyrannus isn't real. Or now Nanotyrannus is real.
You're like, wait a minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way you
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I think that's the past mindset. Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
Die hard.
It was so insane because we uploaded this video, and then 1 month after this video released, oops, it's outdated in the worst possible way the video could be outdated.
It was a crazy announcement.
It was crazy.
We were all-
I was in shock. Okay.
I remember
I knew I
when
was
the
right,
press-
but I'm like, how was that? Like, I couldn't imagine
All right.
all this stuff was happening.
Let's let Max talk, because Max actually reads the papers for these things.
I was just gonna say, I remember when the press articles began dropping on the same day before the paper itself was published, and my God, my jaw just straight up dropped to the floor. Because the thing with me, right, personally, I've been kind of in this weird area regarding Nanotyrannus over the years, because there are points where I was thinking, yeah, I can see why it can be different. Oh yeah, I can see why it can be a juvenile T-Rex. And at the end of the day, I kind of just wish the debate ended, because it felt like for years it wasn't going anywhere. But then James Napoli
God
and
bless his soul. I
Zano
wanna
published
kiss
this
him on the mouth.
paper, and oh man, it was nuts. I was honestly really happy, because it really changes a lot about what we thought we knew about not just T-Rex, but also the environments of latest Cretaceous North America, because we now know that there was another medium-sized predator that was a tyrannosaur, kind of like what we see in Asia, where Alioramus,
Carbo.
Alioramus and Tarbosaurus coexist. It was crazy paper. I still can't believe it to this day.
But
Shout out to the skeleton crew and James Napoli.
Yeah,
Love
the
those.
skeleton
Go
crews
subscribe
goes.
to them. Go watch their videos. They're amazing.
But
love
also,
'em.
we do need to talk about the video we made.
Yeah, let's get to that.
Because we were kind of in a panic with this video, because it came out and immediately invalidated the T-Rex video. And the T-Rex video we worked on for the better part of 2 years. And it all went up in flames instantly. Because it's like, oh, well, now that video is outdated. What are we
I
going to do?
love you to death, James, but what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Excuse my language.
Whoa, buddy. We
I
specifically
was like,
said
whoa.
at the start of the stream,
Not in our,
no
not
swearing.
in this call out.
Yeah, no.
Anyways.
That's absolutely unacceptable. If that happens again, I'm just gonna have to ask you to leave, and I'm sorry about that. But second chances, so you're good for now. But that we said at the start of the stream, before we even started this, no swearing. We want to keep things PG. So with that out of the moving on. I do want to say that the T-Rex video we had worked so hard on, and it was immediately outdated. So what's an Epoch now to do when your video gets outdated? Well, we just decided we had to make a video on Nanotyrannus to correct it, because that's the only thing we could have done at that point. And it was not fun to make this video. Let me tell you that right now. Nobody enjoyed making this video, except for maybe Dom. Dom, I think you had a blast editing your part.
Oh, dude, like I can I just say real quick about something like so I know you like approached me about something about conclusion because you already had extinction done,
Yeah.
but you were like kind of like wondering like what should we do for conclusion with Nanotyrannus, and I was like I don't know what was going through me at the time, but I was like so happy that like Nanotyrannus is now valid because I've been a big believer that it was a valid animal, and so when I was thinking about it, I just felt so inspirational. I was like saying like so because of this new discovery, we now know that tyrannosaurs or tyrannosauroids from Appalachia were intermingling with the actual tyrannosaurs like Tyrannosaurus Rex. We now know that Hell Creek did had medium-sized theropods, but more importantly, this long-going idea that at the very end of the Cretaceous, that the diversity of dinosaurs was dropping and they were dropping like flies because of what was happening. It was like with Walking with Dinosaurs saying that like all the dinosaurs were starting to disappear due to whatever, and that the asteroid was just the final nail in the coffin. Nanotyrannus's discovery now proves that was wrong because now the whole like the late Cretaceous was just as diverse with dinosaurs just as it was throughout any time in Earth's history, which is
That's a
just
quote from the
fantastic.
video right there.
Yeah, and then but also it proves that we still have so much more to learn about not only Nanotyrannus but about T-Rex's growth, because now the growth is way different than what we originally thought it was. So so again, it just shows us that we still have so much more to learn about dinosaurs. Like Nanotyrannus
Yes.
blew everything what we knew out of the water, and now we are now back to.
And I would actually, I'd like to say some stuff too here. We do have, Jack, this comment is specifically for you. You better thank MDB. MDB 2K says, well, technically PG-13 media, you're allowed one F-bomb, so you used it. So that was the one.
All right, so no more.
No more. You better get in that comment section and thank MDB.
I'm gonna go grab a bar of soap and shove it in my mouth. Hang on.
What the fruit?
What the fruit?
What the fudge?
So
What the-
Nigeri man states,
no more
I still
Holy
believe the
shiitake
Kotoraptor
mushrooms?
is a valid species.
No more tempting.
No more potty mouth, people.
I'll go
Yeah.
get the lye soap.
All right,
Real
everybody,
quick.
I want to talk about this video because I directed it. Let me talk about it, please. So
No,
I
I'm just kidding.
I want to say that while Tyrannosaurus Rex is the best video we've ever done overall, I don't think that it has the best intro. I think the best intro ever for
Goes to Nanotyrannus.
Well, thanks for stealing my thunder, Dom. But yes, Nanotyrannus has the best introduction of any video we've ever done. And that's, I'm proud of that because I wrote the intro and I directed it. But it was narrated by Max, and Max did a phenomenal job narrating it. But also edited by Max. Max is the best editor we've got on this team, like without a doubt. But he pulled out all the stops for that intro. Also, Cody, pause the video when Max shows up. He's about to show up here. Hold on.
Oh my god! I already showed up. I saw it.
No.
Yeah,
I know.
he already showed up.
No, he's going to show up a second time.
Yeah,
I just want to make sure we get it.
It was one of my comments about
It'd be
Nanotyrannus.
difficult if it happens really fast.
One of my
Oh yeah, it's
old
about to
comments.
happen.
Probably.
It's about to happen right now. 3, 2. That's
Thomas Card.
There it is. There it is. So this commenter right there who was censored out says Nanotyrannus is finally invalid! ! That's Max. That's him.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah,
I remember that comment, by the way. Like when he first put it out there, I'm like, oh my god.
I'll never forget when Nanotyrannus got validated. I was at the museum, and the first person I called was Max.
Yeah.
That was the first person I called. I I called him. No saying, hey, I'm about to call you. I just immediately called him. And I said, what is going on here?
So real quick, I
What a
just want to
crazy
say,
day that was.
Night Fairy Man, he stated this, and I know, and since this is Max's video, like I want him to talk about this real quick, like not too much in detail. He says here, I still believe the Raptor is a valid species, technically genus, because it's impossible for an environment to only have one mesopredator like at hyenas, leopards, and cheetahs in Africa.
And
So I can
before we
see a
get into
Dakota
that,
Raptor and a Nanotyrannus occasionally getting into some scrums over a carcass.
also Silent Fox says Max's comment aged like milk, which it did.
Yeah, it did. I'm willing to admit that.
Yeah.
It was a long time ago.
So Max, what do you want to say about the validity of Dakota Raptor?
Also, before we start
So-
that, can I point out that I still have a Dakota Raptor as my profile picture?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. It's time to get with the new times, Unc.
I will never give up on Dakota Raptor.
It is time to get with the new times, Unc.
As Plankton
Yeah.
said, don't let the flame die out.
Don't let.
You just can't
But yeah,
handle
so
the
Max,
neutron style.
How do you want to go about Dakota Raptor here, like about its validity?
This is what I personally think. It's, I mean, there's no denying that that it could eventually become completely invalidated because the holotype is a chimera. It's known by just multiple bones from different animals, some of which were turtles, from what I remember reading anyway. But I will say I still need to read more into this kind of subject, but while Dakota Raptor as the genus is, invalidated, I I I still believe that there is at least some sort of large dromaeosaur in the latest Cretaceous North American ecosystem, because I think there is some evidence that backs up the existence of a large dromaeosaur there. But thing is, there's not much material to go off of.
Also,
So-
There ain't a whole lot there,
Extreme Central,
but there is something there.
Mhm.
Extreme Central makes a good point. Take Saurophaganax maximus becoming a nomen dubium and Allosaurus anax being established in its place. If Dakota Raptor is real, Max, do you think that'll probably happen?
Oh, Saurophaganax.
Yeah.
Depends on what would take its place, though.
Yeah, probably Dromaeosaurus, maybe. I don't know.
I think there would. It could end
I
up
don't
being
think
a
it'll be
situation where it
Dromaeosaurus.
just.
Might just be something
It-
completely new.
If I was them, I would just take the name and place it to that new specimen that has enough evidence to validate.
Yeah.
That's what I would do, anyways, because there's no other animal that would fit that description. Whereas calling it Allosaurus anax would work. There's only one Dakota Raptor within that formation.
And the
Quote,
Palma
unquote.
won't tell us.
Also, Saurus
so-
brings up the Suchomimus thing, and I would like to talk
Oh,
about that. for
We'll
just a
get to
second.
that.
Oh,
We'll get
no,
to that.
not
We'll
the
get to
No,
that.
Suchomimus.
I'm
God.
going to talk about it now because I just want to get this out of the way. Let me just say.
So after this, should we talk about the video suggestions, or should we
We'll
wait
talk about that
a
in a
little bit
bit. I
more
think-
later in the video?
I think I do.
I'm
There's a
gonna-
little bit more we want to talk about with Nanotyrannus, but I just want to. I guess we can move on. Nanotyrannus. Let me just conclude that out. One of my
Yeah, let's
favorite
just conclude
videos. It's really good. The intro is the best we've ever done. And honestly, we had to make Nanotyrannus because the only way T-Rex could still be a valid video, informationally, is if we have a title card at the end of the video that says, go watch the new Nanotyrannus video. And so we did that, and we got the Nanotyrannus video done. And I really want to talk about Daeodon, but I really want to talk about Daeodon. But first, let me just say that I'm not a scientific expert. Max is probably closer, and Max and Cody are probably closer to scientific experts than I am on this topic. But I really feel like the spirit of the rule that was established to preserve the name Tyrannosaurus Rex over Manispondylus gigas. While the rule itself isn't technically applicable to Suchomimus, the spirit of the rule is kind of what it was made for. It was established for Tyrannosaurus Rex, and so all of the criteria were based on what would keep Tyrannosaurus Rex active as a name. I personally prefer that the ICZN, is that what it's called? ICZN?
Yeah.
Takes that rule and modifies it such that it can be applicable to most dinosaurs instead of just T-Rex. Because I do think Suchomimus is
The same thing happened to Allosaurus with Antrodemus.
Sure, I don't know if I've heard about that, but yeah. But with Suchomimus, it's just such a more relevant dinosaur. Like,
it's such a better name, though. Cristatosaurus is a great name, but Suchomimus is just leagues better.
It's an icon. It's an iconic name, and it is it's more relevant. Because if I say, hey, have you ever heard of Cristatosuchus or Cristatosaurus? Everyone who doesn't know
My point exactly.
Everyone who doesn't know anything about dinosaurs is gonna say, I have no clue what Cristatosaurus is. But if I say, hey, you heard of Suchomimus? Like, I'd say about 50% of the people you meet on the street would just say, yeah, I've heard of Suchomimus. It's just it's just a good name. It's an iconic name, and it's a well-used
It's just
name.
a Spinosaurus with a fade. A low taper fade. If you think about it.
Where are
You
we?
squint.
I want to take a time out and say we've got a lot of chats coming in, and there's no possible way to answer all of them. But I just want you all to know I'm reading all of them in my mind, and so if you don't necessarily get an answer to your comment, just know that it was read because I've got the chat stream up here.
Yeah.
So all your chats are being read, but not all of them are going to get a reply, unfortunately, because we just don't have the time for that.
Yeah.
But before we move on, let's talk about Daeodon, because I want to talk about that video.
And that's Daeodon. My video, so I will take move on to it right here.
Well, before you talk, Dom, because the end of the T-Rex video, I want to talk about this. When T-Rex video ends, it has two successor videos, two sequels to Tyrannosaurus Rex. The first sequel that we talked about was Nanotyrannus, because it's the sequel that corrects the errors of the T-Rex video. But the thematic sequel to the Tyrannosaurus Rex video is Daeodon, because the beginning of Daeodon picks up where the ending of Tyrannosaurus Rex left off. And now, Dom, you can talk about your video.
Oh, yes. So Daeodon, this was a creature that I was very excited to work on, and this was probably the first, like, it was technically first, but this would be the second video where I really shine as a narrator and as a director of the video, and this was the one that kind of helped Quincana get greenlit more confidently. But with that being said, so when I first started working on the video, I wanted to do a sense of world building for the intro to kind of build up the world of the Miocene and get the audience kind of all right, we're cooking a little bit, this is the Miocene, and I wanted to make this into kind of almost horror related, where we're building into this world and then all of a sudden we realize we're being hunted and stalked by this predator. But as time went on, the more I'm this is probably not gonna work initially. It started out great, and then the more I thought about it, I was this probably ain't gonna work. And people were looking at the script and were this is okay, it could, it's all right. But what was happening is that David here, he kept on reiterating multiple times that hey Dom, listen, I want you to understand this is going to be the sequel, the thematic sequel to Tyrannosaurus Rex. You really need to nail the execution of this. And the more he kept reiterating it, the more he actually inspired me initially, because I was wait a minute, let's take this, because Daeodon happened after T-Rex, and this was the first giant land carnivore after T-Rex. So let's take it and run with that idea. So the very beginning has us kind of re-exploring T-Rex a little bit, but then the extinction happens, and then as we slowly build up the time of the Cenozoic a little bit, that's when we bring up Daeodon, and then we start building this creature up and building it up and building it up, and then finally we get Max's incredible montage of Deodon just tearing things apart and everything, and it is just fantastic. And also, I got to give credit to where it's due. The part where Max has that skull, that actual skull that's behind the text, that was like chef's kiss. That was perfect. So I want to say thank you to Max there for putting in all that particular work.
Of course.
But yeah,
I still remember your guys' initial reaction, especially David's.
Yeah,
He
I was
just
like,
yelled
yo,
out,
no,
"What the
no
F?"
way. What? Where did you find that? But yeah, so that is so if that were a fun fact, that is the fun fact of this video is that it initially was meant to, the intro was meant to be more of a world building type of intro, but when David kept telling me about that, hey, this is the successor of T-Rex, like we need something that like this needs to like have the same hit as T-Rex or something of that nature. Like it really promptly inspired me to make something that actually would fit in that sort of world. So and there you go. The Deodon, for the most part, what I really wanted to do, besides just the intro, is that I really wanted people to understand about this predator, because a lot of these paleo docs, they like depicting Deodon as this failed evolutionary experiment in nature, and that, oh, this animal it got outcompeted by bear dogs, blah blah blah, whatever. Like when you really look at it, Deodon was so successful, it potentially had the longest range of any predatory apex predator since the age of the dinosaurs, throughout the Cenozoic, of any creature. It outlived so many different things. It was such a magnificent predator. And the thing was, it lived as far east as Florida to as far west as California. I mean, this animal was everywhere, and that's why I really wanted to really give this animal its flowers. That even though it died out during the Miocene, at the same time, this animal left such a wonderful legacy behind it, and more importantly, I wanted to clear the misconception of what these paleodocs wanted to showcase, is that Deodon lived with these bear dogs for a couple of millions of years, like at least 2 to 3 million years with the competition. So it's like it's highly unlikely that this would have caused their extinction. So if anything, it turns out that the final turnover of climate change and during the Miocene is what would have led to its extinction. Like the habitat disappeared, the climate got cooler and drier. It just wasn't like an environment suitable for an animal like Deodon. So yeah, and that's what ended up causing its extinction. And if anything, if there's ever any form of legacy that Deodon leaves behind, it's the whales, it's the hippos, which are not like descendants of them, but were close relatives in a sense. So
They were
also
really cool. Cousins, yeah.
Also, first of all, Confon Q6J, hello, how's it going?
Hello.
Also, I'd like to point out that first of all, we're coming up on physiology. I just want to point out Jim, another fantastic animation from Jim here.
Yes.
Would you
Jim
like to talk
killed it with
about
this
would you
Another
like to talk-
great.
Jim, would you like to talk about
Probably-
the
Terminator
animation?
pig.
It's probably one of my, I'd say it's my strongest animation I've done for a quadrupedal animal.
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh yes.
Let's talk about the design too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, give me glaze me too.
Yeah.
Just
So I want to say thank you to Jim and to Jack for all the work they did on the animations and on the artwork and stuff like that. That was really good. I'm not sure what I told Jack about. I think what did I told him to do something with Deodon. I can't remember what it was. It was a long time ago. But the
You asked me to do
the
something.
creature was just fantastic, honestly, the creature design. So like if you remember, Jack, what I
I
requested
think
for
you wanted
Deodon,
something to do with
let me
stripes,
know,
but I'm not quite sure.
Fun fact, it's it's my second most amount of parts in a creature next to the Nanotyrannosaurus.
Oh yes.
Wait,
Like,
Nanotyrannus?
So
dude, the Nanotyrannosaurus it had so many parts in it that it caused my computer to lag. Like it was physically unfun to try to animate Nanotyrannus.
Well, you did a good job. With
yeah.
It, Jim.
I mean, you tried.
You didn't
Yeah,
just
you
try;
tried.
he did a great job. But I would also
Yeah.
like to say that with Nanotyrannus, it's so funny because Nanotyrannus video, we we know if we, this is gonna. I'm not gonna talk about Nanotyrannus forever. It's just something we didn't get to talk about. But with Nanotyrannus, we a lot of people don't like Jurassic Fight Club, but there is,
course.
and they're entirely valid in not liking Jurassic Fight Club. But we it's like a guilty pleasure for us. We kind of
Oh, yeah.
enjoy it as
It's
like
just
a joke, a meme, whatever you want to call it, and we also think Dinosaur George is just a good guy. And so we did a lot of video. We did the Nanotyrannus video. We the thumbnail and the stick. One of the sticks is based off the Nanotyrannus from Jurassic Fight Club, and we're very happy that Dinosaur George got vindicated in the end, at least in that aspect. Because I know he didn't have like a lot of say in how Jurassic Fight Club went, but he was the guy that put Nanotyrannus in there, and he got a lot of crap for that. And so I'm just happy that he got that back. But anyway, back to Daedon. I would like to talk about how, because this video wasn't actually supposed to exist. Because originally Dom's video was Ornitholestes, and it did terribly. It just very underperformed. Nobody watched it. It's in at 2,000 views today, and
we had to re-upload it too.
We had to re-upload it too because we accidentally included an image by David Peters in there, and we're like, absolute. Somebody
you
pointed out
don't talk about David
Absolutely
Peters.
not.
somebody pointed out that, hey, that's a David Peters artwork in the comment of the video, and I was like, absolutely, there is no circumstance where that video stays up. So we removed the video, we edited out the David Peters artwork, and then we re-uploaded it, and it did terrible. And I felt so bad for Dom. I was like, Dom, look, I know I've got a video in September, but I'll give that to you and let you do whatever you want because I know Ornitholestes just didn't do well. And Dom picked Daedon, and it was supposed to come out in September, but Tyrannosaurus Rex production kind of overtook a lot of stuff. And it ended up coming out after T-Rex, which actually helps it out because now we have the cool intro that succeeds the T-Rex video. But so overall, I'm pretty happy with how Daedon turned out. And I know,
Oh yeah.
I said this is going to be the last video we're going to talk about, but since Mike is here, and we didn't talk about Parasaurolophus in last Epoch Live, did we?
No.
No.
Can I blaze one more person real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to give the flowers to Cody as well, because Cody, if you can, real quick, show the thumbnail of Daedon, because
You'll just refresh the
because
page.
real quick, there's actually a great story behind it, and Cody nailed the execution. He nailed it, and he even overachieved, in my opinion.
Sorry to
Yeah, so,
I just gotta say something real quick. Sorry
Yeah.
to rain on everyone's parade, but I actually gotta go for work right now.
Oh,
yeah,
that's,
you're
that's
fine.
okay. Jim, we're
Yeah.
happy to have
have
you,
a
man.
good day, Jim.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank
You did great.
Thank you, Jim, for joining us, Jim.
Thank you.
Have fun
Of
at
course.
work. Feel free to tune into the live stream while you're at work, if they let you do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sure, man.
All right,
yeah.
my man. You have a great one.
Talk
yes.
to you later, man.
See you guys later.
See you.
Alright,
You have a
where's
good
the
one, man.
lead? Okay, there it is. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Oh yeah. So
Anyway,
yeah.
Dom,
Anyways,
finish up
onto
Daedon,
this.
and then
So-
we'll go to Parasaurolophus. And then
yeah,
we
we'll
can
go to
move on.
Parasaurolophus. So Cody, he does a lot of great artwork, as we've established earlier. But when I was thinking of Daedon, I was like, there's this one artist that he does a lot of these really cool artworks where he shows really beautiful, very well detailed backgrounds of the environment, and then you have the creatures in the foreground that look really cool, and there's these really cool sequences that happens in it. And I didn't want Cody to necessarily paste and copy it, but I wanted him to do something like that for Daedon, because I
Inspired
felt like
by
that would
it.
give it a nice flavor. And if anybody who is a fan of that artist, I don't remember the artist's name right now.
Mauricio Anton.
But yes,
I think it's Mauricio Anton. Yeah, he's great
He's
at
goated.
his paleo art.
if there were anybody who is a fan of Anton's artwork, they'll probably get like, hey, I see what you're doing there. But what I wanted to do is that I wanted Cody to kind of have like a battle going on. I wanted the Deodon to be getting in a fight with whether if there's a carcass there or not, like with some bear dogs, with some amphicyons, the and I wanted him to kind of like use this sort of imagery where like the Deodon that's fighting, it has this large scratch mark. It's not like a fresh wound. It's more like an old injury that the animal had, and it like goes down the side of the animal's like over the like kind of over the eye and down its face. And I wanted it to kind of to symbolize, that that Deodon is a very gnarly animal that necessarily when it comes into conflict, it is a very like it's a big deal. Like this isn't like like a dog coming after you. This is like a hippo
Dom,
sized predator coming after you. Like
Dom,
so it's
you've
pretty
said the word.
awesome.
You've said the word like about 7 times in that one sentence.
Sorry, like I'm just
Like, man, this Deodon, it's something else, man.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm
Like,
sorry.
Scoop,
I'm
this,
sorry.
like-
I'm sorry. So when we had that artwork like this, I told Cody, please try to see if you can make it work the best that you can. And when Cody finished it, I swear to you, I was like, no way. This guy literally brought something that I wanted to do to life. It's like the
You brought
Quincana
your
video
vision to
all
life.
over again. It was amazing.
Anyway, that is cool, Dom. But we are rapidly getting
So,
close to 2
but
hours
yes,
here. So let's
thank you so much to Cody for making that thumbnail. Thank you so much.
Let's go on
You're
to
welcome.
let's talk about our last video that we're going to talk
Oh
about.
yes, Parasaurolophus.
Parasaurolophus, because Mike, you're here now, and I'd like to showcase one of your videos.
I haven't spoke much either, so.
Yeah, I know. This is your chance to speak, Mike.
That was like a year ago. It's like, well, last time I narrated a video a year ago was Para. Um, we'll say the first time when I come on with Para, I wasn't really fully expected it to be a long video, but then I should have known that because it's a really popular hadrosaur. And the amount of times this hadrosaur appeared in backgrounds of other paleo media and games and all that. What I love about Para is we use like a lot of like instrumental like kind of music, especially like the classic ones for Para, because the title Cretaceous Composer fits well in that title. Especially since we
time
know
out, Max. Time out, Mike.
my name's not Max.
I know. I'm talking to Max.
Or
Max, I just realized we don't have the trailer for Platypus or
Mako Shark
on the website. While Mike is talking, can you fix that so we can show off those trailers?
yeah,
Because the intros should be in the Google Drive, which should allow you to do that. So just while we're talking, before we get to that, because we are going to show off some trailers, guys.
Some new stuff.
Dude,
yeah,
very cool. Very
they
nice.
were just confirmed.
Well, hold on.
By
Let's
what
get
you
back.
said.
Let's get back to my.
We'll get there. We'll get to there.
Oh my
But
God.
yeah, but yeah, Parasaurolophus is like our the first hadrosaur we covered. Epoch now. Won't be last year because I'm sure we'll cover some other hadrosaurs at some point. Hopefully an iguanodontid as well at some point. Because hadrosaurs and iguanodontids are pretty underrated. Other below like theropods and other dinos like ceratopsians and all that. Not to mention Para is also like my second longest video I narrated, which the first one, Elasmotherium, which I wasn't expecting Elasmotherium to be long either. But then Para just increased even more. What else? So, but yeah, it took us quite a while, a little bit of time to work on this video, but what else? I mean, though, it has been a year since I last narrated a video like a year ago, but don't worry, there'll be another one narrated by me soon, and there is one planned
We
that
just
I
have
want to do.
we have to start
Yeah.
scripting it though. That's the problem.
Yeah. Scripting
do you want to,
it.
Mike? Do you want to say what video it is?
I'm gonna give the hint. I just won't fully confirm what it will be about.
All right. What's the hint?
But I will say it was originally going to be a Kylosaurus, but had to change animals. Um, though, the only hint I will tell y'all is this animal can fly, and in Cretaceous. That's all I will say.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But a Kylosaurus will just be on standby for a while. You know, it would be it'll be neat that we finally cover any Kylosaur or maybe a Nodosaur, but we'll see in the future.
Is there anything else you'd like to say about this video? Because I have some stuff I'd like to say about it. If you're done.
None that comes to mind, so you can fire away.
So one of the things I really like about this video is that when we made it, it was the longest video we'd ever made. 38 minutes and 17 seconds. We'd never made a video that long before, and so I'm surprised we were able to pull that off because this came out in March of 2025, and a lot of you don't know this, but we made T-Rex throughout the entire year. So instead of, because we basically figured that each segment of T-Rex is the size of one regular video, so during March, we were editing a T-Rex segment side by side with Parasaurolophus, and both of the T-Rex segment was long, but the Parasaurolophus video was just incredibly long, and yet we managed to pull it off and do both of them at the same time. But honestly, I personally think that's another cool thing is I wish we had more time because I'd love to tell you guys how we made the T-Rex video. But the process of making the T-Rex video is just, it's such a fun thing to talk about.
The live stream in and of itself.
Yeah, honestly, we could live stream that and talk about it itself. But honestly, I just love that we were able to get Parasaurolophus out while we were working on T-Rex at the same time. I think it's pretty cool. Another fun thing about the length of time, the previous longest video that we had made was Elasmotherium, which was also Mike's video. So the longest video we ever made was Elasmotherium by Mike. And then Mike makes Parasaurolophus, and then that's the longest video we've ever made.
This keeps getting longer and longer.
Yeah.
And then, oh god, wait till next year for. Oh
yeah,
my god.
And honestly, our videos they started out as like 10, 15-minute videos, and then they just kept getting longer and longer, and now the average video is like 30-something minutes. And Nanotyrannus hit 40 minutes, which was astounding.
We'll say something for Elasmotherium. Like previously, like David had me work on another animal, but I didn't want to. So he was trying to think of some other animal that could do it. And said Elasmotherium, but wonder what animal he wanted me to do previously if I didn't do Elasmotherium was Megalosaurus.
Oh, that would have been a good one.
It would have been a good one, but
tell everybody about the Elasmotherium, the original Elasmotherium video.
Yeah, the original one that David removed.
I didn't mean to remove it. I didn't think it needed to be on there at the time.
So, those of you that like stick to like the very ending of the Elasmotherium video and heard like a interesting music. A long time ago, I uploaded a random funny video on Epoch Now.
Go to Elasmotherium, Cody. Right, you can
like back when Epoch Now wasn't really uploading, I uploaded like a random funny video to see if it could potentially bring back Epoch Now, which kind of worked for over a little while.
It worked a little bit, but it worked too well because we came back so professionally that I removed the video because I thought it wasn't professional, and now I wish I hadn't because that was a real piece of Epoch history. Was that Elasmotherium video because it did bring back the channel.
Basically, it's just a bunch of like footage of Elasmotherium with the song "Pink Fluffy Unicorn" dancing in the rainbow.
And so at the end of Elasmotherium, the real Elasmotherium video, for the outro animation, we had that song playing as like a homage to the lost video of Epoch Now.
Lost Media.
It is Lost Media. Lost Media.
It's not just
Anyway.
that like Jim added Neon Cat song in it too, and to mix up with the.
Anyway, we are now 1 hour and 54 minutes into this live stream, so we need to start moving along. I think that's the last video we're going to talk about. So now, Cody, let's go talk about some more videos. But specifically, you already know, it's Bone Wars. We're going to talk about Bone Wars.
Yeah.
So, Bone Wars! We did it! We finally got to Bone Wars. So, Cody, I will let you talk about Bone Wars. Well, and
So we kind of had a big gap between episode 1 and then the new episode 2 release. Because we had a lot of stuff going on here and there.
Talk about like the start of the series too, because series we didn't have the series last time we did Epoch Live.
Oh yeah, we didn't, did we? Well, I'm going based on it by how I remember. So David, feel free to jump in and help with my memory. But really, David and I got together and started talking about some historical things with relating to paleontology and specifically the Bone Wars, just because of how so much of a unique event it is with American paleontology. You had two guys that were literally duking it out. And in the midst of them doing that, a lot of stuff got uncovered, and a lot of the dinosaurs that we are familiar with today, some of the ones we actually talked about, not even just dinosaurs, but even, a lot of prehistoric animals, like
It was absurd beef.
Like Daedon, and then some other stuff were, named or at least uncovered by these two guys that just absolutely hated each other's guts. And also, I got really invested into the story of Bone Wars because this was actually something I did for my senior year in a historical methods class at college, where I was actually writing a paper about Edward Drinker Cope and Othniel Charles Marsh. And then in the midst of that, I made a trailer, or at least an intro, a concept intro, and showed it to David. And we were like, yeah, we got to make a show. We got to make a series. Some people have on YouTube have made Bone Wars videos before, but I think an entire episodic show is a little bit of a unique thing to show up and very rare. So we thought we'll do it as a series. And so we had the trailer, but then we decided to remake it, to which you've got, the trailer right here, which was going to be the intro for every episode. Yeah. There's going to be the intro for every single episode that we got. And we wanted to make sure, of course, this is different from what I had mentioned before, that I made one. And we obviously scrapped that, but took a couple of elements from it and transitioned them into this new remade version that was going to be, the official intro for every single episode. And it kind of culminates all of what we're definitely going to be talking about in episode 1, which episode 1 kind of gives, it's more of a background. It gives a bit of the setting until we get to Cope and Marsh. So we go from
context.
Yeah, the historical context behind it, which goes from we start
with
on
the Louisiana Purchase, and then we
start with the Louisiana Purchase
after the Civil War.
Yep, and up to the aftermath of the Civil War, which then leads into, which we'll talk in the next episode, Cope and Marsh's early lives. But it's kind of funny because we don't talk much about the Bone Wars in episode 1.
And I kept joking. I was like, hey, you guys remember that scene from Jurassic Park where Ian Malcolm's like, so, you eventually do plan on having dinosaurs on your dinosaur TV show, right? Hello? Is anyone there? And then Cody would go, I really hate that man.
Yeah. And then there was another meme we made, but it was like a Hades meme. I won't go into detail on that one, but
I don't remember that one. You'll have to text it to me.
I've sent it multiple times, but yeah, I'll send it to you. Also, I really love this part of the intro.
Oh, that
part's really fun.
Can you turn the volume up on the end of this intro? Because this one's actually one we should start watching.
Dinosaur Hunters. This was the Bone Wars.
Oh, actually, pause it.
Actually goaded.
Because that's the trailer. That's the actual
that's the
intro
trailer.
has a different beginning in it. If you want to skip to the
Oh.
intro of one of these episodes and just play the ending,
We'll do the second episode since that's the newest one.
right. But I want you to skip to like the ending there where it shows the actual ending of the intro. Yeah, we love Bone Wars. It's one of our favorite. It's a little passion project of ours. We've got the whole series planned out, by the way. Every episode is planned already. We've got the plot, the story, every single episode. All we have to do is write and narrate them.
Bone Wars. The Bone Wars. That's definitely some foreshadowing for the future, that's for sure.
Yeah, so even Bone Wars is like I think Bone Wars is our worst performing series because somehow Extant
Please
Files,
go watch it. Please help it.
Extant Files somehow does really well, like relatively speaking, compared to Bone Wars. So Bone Wars does not do well, but we're gonna go all the way. We're gonna do every episode of Bone Wars because there's only 10 more. It's 12 episodes total, and then a 13th special director's commentary if we choose to do that. No clue if that's going to actually end up happening. So we've only got 10 more story episodes left, so we're just going to finish out the series, just because we want to see how it ends, right?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that we've got all of our other videos, but this is something that we're kind of like 100% we're having fun with.
Absolutely. Silent Fox says it's an underrated gem. It absolutely is. If you guys watching the stream haven't seen either Bone Wars episode, go watch them. They're great. Also, yes, Confon, it is a good intro, and it's a good intro because Max edited it, just like all the other good intros we have.
Yeah, we had to have Max edit this show's intro. It had to be a good intro that everyone can be like, you got the funny joke where it's like, bro, skip the intro. Not this one, man. Not this one.
You don't skip the Bone Wars intro. It's just real.
Don't. You're legally required to watch it.
Yes, but
all right, I'll let you real quick. So if you don't know, the first episode doesn't have a lot about Cope and Marsh. Mostly talks about the beginning of the Louisiana Purchase, all the way up to the Civil War and the Great Migration, and then kind of leads in a little bit, kind of hints towards what the series is, which is the Bone Wars. It does throw that
part with the Allosaurus.
It does throw.
Oh,
it does throw in.
Extern Central.
All right, it's been updated.
All right, thanks, Max. Extern Central says that it reminds him of a Ken Burns style documentary. Ken Burns is pretty good. I think I'll take that as a compliment. What about you, Cody?
I will, because that's a trending thing that's going on nowadays. Like everyone's referencing Ken Burns documentaries now. The first episode gives context. Now, episode 2 literally goes on about Cope and Marsh and their lives up until their very first meeting in Berlin.
Their collision course.
Mm-hmm.
And now, it's also worth pointing out that the first 2 episodes don't really contain a lot about the Bone Wars itself. But that's just because these are the 2 context episodes. Like, the first one was, how did paleontology get started in America? And the second episode is, how did Cope and Marsh get started in paleontology? And then the third episode's where the Bone Wars is actually going to start rolling. Because I think that's the Elasmothosaurus episode, right?
Yeah, so Yeah, so we actually hinted at the end of episode 2, but yeah, the Bone Wars episode 3 is going to actually be the Bone Wars because the Bone Wars is technically the feud, and the feud begins at episode 3.
So the Bone Wars, we're 3 episodes into the series about the Bone Wars, and finally talking about the actual Bone Wars. So-
Yep.
Yep.
But with that, we can now let's go into the other series we have because this is where we're going to start showing off some trailers. Let's go to Extinction File or Extant Files because we've got two.
You got to search for it.
That's what, no,
You got-
no. You'll just refresh the page because we don't need to talk about the trailers right now. What'd you say, Max?
You gotta search for it. The search button at the top right corner. Yeah.
Silent Fox says you have to have the exposition before delving into the subject to build the whole picture of the story. Absolutely.
You gotta
Actually-
search the animals.
Is that what the search bar's for?
Yeah.
Which one we doing first?
Oh, we're not doing either first. We're just going to talk a quick second about the Tuatara and Poor Beagle videos. Mike, would you like to talk about the Tuatara video?
I know I helped write some stuff for Tuatar, like the family, and help with some part with ecology that I helped Daniel out with. Which is one of my favorite things to do with Tuatara.
You also edited the intro, didn't you?
I did, yes. I edited the intro for Tuatara, yeah. Which is one of the best intros I made.
What'd you say?
One of the best intros I made for Epoch now.
I don't know. I think your Megalani intro is your best one. But I do have to say that the Tuatara intro you did is pretty good. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Silent Fox says, that's what I like about Bone Wars because you get backstory behind the people, how they met, and what sparked the Bone Wars. Yes, I love that too about that series. But, so Tuatara is like any other extant file. It's just, we really wanted to do the Tuatara one day, and so we made it happen. And then, Cody, if you want to go back out into Poor Beagle and Salmon Shark, because that'll be a good segue into the next thing we're going to do. This was our first Shark Week extant file, was Poor Beagle and the Salmon Shark, which are the 2 species of lamina. And it was pretty solid. We had a blast editing this one.
We also used One Piece music for the intro.
Again?
Yeah.
I cannot believe
It comes
that.
back all
We
around.
used Tony Chopper's battle theme from that. I remember it from Ennie's Lobby, but if you know what any of that is, you know.
I
But
have no clue.
yes,
what any of
another
Those
video
who
we
know.
snuck. Yeah. Jacob, who's not here, he put that in the intro.
Oh boy.
yeah, Jacob put together the intro. It's pretty solid, I think. My profile picture, Meraxes, is made by me. You did that? That's awesome. Well done. But, yeah, so we started doing extant files for Shark Week, and it's honestly a good thing we did too, because extinction files for Shark Week, they're not easy, actually. Because there's not a lot of prehistoric sharks do not have good footage. They have way too many species, and we wanted to do Megalodon this year, but it was just impossible. It's such a big shark, we couldn't possibly do it this year. And we tried to think of another extinct shark we could have done this year, but there was just nothing that was really working within the time frame that we had. And we're actually still working on our Shark Week video this year, but this year's Shark Week is an extant file, and now, Cody, you can search it up. This is the first trailer that we're going to show you. We've got another one after this. Just click enter. Mako Shark.
There it is.
The Mako Shark. So this is the first extant file not narrated by Rango Gamer. This is narrated and directed by Legit Eliminator.
Yeah, let's go.
So before we talk about this, everybody, we're going to watch the Mako Shark intro.
Mako
You
Shark!
need to full screen it. I hope
Full
it
screen
works.
it.
There's a full screen when you press
Mako
play.
It.
Yeah. There it is.
Hopefully that's working on the stream.
It is. I think pretty sure.
Yeah, Megalodon would have just been as long as
Across the globe, the oceans of our world are teeming with life. Many different fish swim these waters, and some have become masters of speed.
Oh, it is great.
Animals such as the swordfish and many different types of tuna have evolved to reach incredible speeds, as high as 40, 50, or even close to 60 miles per hour. Predators in their own right, these fish are nigh uncatchable by most other fish, having specifically evolved body shapes that allow them to glide through the water with maximum efficiency. However, there is one fish that even these speedy animals must heed. Swimming at speeds of up to 60 miles per hour, this fish has made a niche hunting the uncatchable catches of the world's oceans. Famous the world over, these predators, relatives of the mighty great white shark, are the masters of their ecosystem and can hunt even the most difficult of prey to catch. Known by the scientific name Isurus, referring to the caudal fin that propels these animals to such an impressive speed, we know these two species of fish by a different name. We at Epoch Now would like to welcome you all to yet another Shark Week special, all about the Mako shark, the speed demon of the ocean.
Backflip.
Yeah, let's go, man.
So that's the trailer for Mako Shark. And Dom, I will let you take the lead on this one.
Oh yes. So, okay. So, the idea for the Mako shark, it kind of just happened. The thing was, so we were thinking about wanting to do a small Shark Week video type stuff while we're thinking about maybe for next year to do more of a bigger video. And David and I, we were just like kind of brainstorming and like we just kept thinking and thinking and thinking, and then finally I just came up with like, how about the Mako shark, the speed demon of the ocean, and like, and then David's like, all right, let's do it, patent package it, let's do it, and like this video, like, there's not like outside of like Shark Week, like there's nothing like too special about it from like it's not like Deodon or Quincana where there was like something special about it. This one is just like, I really just felt like, the Mako would be a really good shark that we can cover.
Oh, I just realized something too, Dom. We showed off the trailer for the Mako Shark on the first day of Shark Week.
Oh yeah, so
Yeah.
there you go.
What are the chances?
What are the
How about
chances?
that?
Yeah.
So yeah, today is the first day of Shark Week on Discovery Channel.
Happy Shark Week.
And now, I will say, Shark Week's not always the greatest on Discovery Channel, but the spirit of having a week that's just dedicated to sharks, where everybody comes together and does shark-related stuff, we like that. We like participating in that. So,
Oh yeah.
this is
So-
our contribution to this.
Actually, so David, I think we might have struck some gold here as well. So I'm looking through some of the comments. So Central said that Mako sharks are so growly that
Gnarly.
with their ragged
Gnarly.
looking teeth, and their speed is bewildering to say the least. And then Fox said, fun fact, the movie poster for Jaws was actually a Mako shark and not a great white. The producers thought the jagged tooth look of the Mako shark was more menacing than the White Death. So, and then Central said, love the title font for the Mako shark.
Max picked that one out all himself.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
It does slap. Gives me some retro vibes.
So,
That
so
title
retro
does.
vibe, yeah.
with regards to the production of the Mako Shark, I'm happy to say the whole video is scripted. The whole script has been revised. Intro is completed, as you can tell. Extinction and conclusion has been narrated. Outro has been narrated. Physiology has been narrated. And family. Has family been narrated, Dom?
History of human interaction, that's narrated.
Okay.
And then so we just need family and ecology and environment, and
So
then
we'll
then
probably
we're done.
we'll probably get that we'll probably get the narration for the video finished today, and then we'll just spend the rest of Shark Week editing the video and release it on the last day of Shark Week. That's the plan anyway. So August 1st is probably when this will go live. That's the idea in any case. But with that out of the way, let's go to the second trailer. This one is the one Jacob has worked so hard on for so many months. The platypus.
Play.
Platypus.
It is yet
The
another.
platypus.
It is yet another
Platypus.
extant file, and the platypus, an Aussie oddity. I wish Jacob was here.
Fortunately, he's
Wait a second. Jacob gets off work at 2:00, right? That's what he said.
Yeah, but he'd be on potato audio right now because he'd be driving to work. He'd be driving to home.
Wait. If we wait a little bit, Jacob could be in here to show off his video.
True.
True.
Somebody text Jacob, and then we can go on and do something else, and then at the end of the stream, Jacob can show off this. So let me go back to the. Yes, we have a platypus
The thing, though,
trailer.
is that he's on a different time than us, so it's probably going to be 3 o'clock.
He's an hour behind.
Yeah, he's an hour. We're not going to wait an hour. Let's show the video.
Let's show the video.
Yeah,
I'll present it a little bit for him. This is the platypus, an Aussie oddity.
Harry the platypus trailer. Jinx.
Platypus.
The platypus.
This is a platypus.
All right, so everybody be quiet. We're gonna listen to this video.
All right.
You got the audio?
The Australian outback is a land filled with extreme weather and expansive, untamed wilderness. Throughout this continent live unique and deadly creatures that inspire and awe the whole world. From the humble koala to the mighty saltwater crocodile, it is a refuge for some of our world's most incredible and unique animals. And, living within those rivers and streams of Australia lives a shy and secretive mammal. With a beak like a duck, the tail of a beaver, and the ability to lay eggs much like reptiles and birds, this animal was originally thought to have been a hoax by the scientific community. It would soon turn out to be anything but. At just over 3 pounds in weight, it's one of the last members of an ancient group of mammals that dates back to the Oligocene with a possible late Cretaceous record. This is a story of one of the most enigmatic animals to still live on our planet. The egg-laying mammal known as the platypus, an Aussie oddity.
So that's a nice little intro for platypus. So
Yeah, it was cute.
platypus probably isn't going to come out very soon. We don't really have the script is sort of done, kind of, but there's no real release date for the video yet. But we have an intro. We thought we'd share it with you guys. So that's two. The next two videos are probably extant files, though. We almost had an extinction file intro to show you, but we couldn't get it done in time, and that is the intro for Shunnosaurus, which has been scripted and is currently in the narration process. So there are extinction files coming, notably.
They're coming. We're not stopping doing them. That's what made the channel.
Yeah, well, technically, what made the channel was Epoch News, but that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, if we want to get real technical.
Yeah, if we want to get real technical, it was Epoch News that started this channel, and we've just completely abandoned that. But we do have an extinction file coming soon, and it's Shunnosaurus, China's club wielder, and that video is going to be releasing sometime in the next couple of months. I'd imagine it probably released sometime after Mako and sometime before Platypus, unless Platypus can get done exceptionally fast. Do we want to talk about future projects now that we've got? What videos are we planning on doing in the future? I know, Max, we're still planning on doing Spinosaurus sometime, right?
Yes.
I'll let you talk about that one. And
Yeah,
Cody, you can just go back to the homepage for Epoch now.
Spinosaurus, it's still in the scripting stage, and it has been for admittedly quite a while. But and that's mostly due to the fact that we've been working on these other videos, and I've been also been a little preoccupied with my own stuff. But I'm hoping we'll at least get the video out later this year, if not next year, considering it's July now. But
Yeah, Spinosaurus is going to be Spinosaurus is going to be a video just as big as T-Rex, and so the only option to get it out this year is if it's the only other extinction file this year, which I don't know how you guys would feel about that if we just uploaded Shunnosaurus and then spent all of the rest of the year working on Spinosaurus.
That's fine with me.
It's fine with me too, but honestly, that might be the play right there. I don't know. It depends on whether we want to do. Maybe we'll do like a small extinction file to kind of tide everyone over from Shunnosaurus.
I don't know. I still have the short for Podokesaurus sitting.
Oh, which Epoch shorts are kind of a different thing. But maybe we can throw together Lystrosaurus, because I've always wanted to do Lystrosaurus. That's another one that's probably going to come sometime soon, is Lystrosaurus.
I know that in the future, me and Jacob are going to be working on the Ceratosaurus.
Yes, Ceratosaurus will be another video that we want
to do. It will be co-directed by me and Jacob.
But also, now we can get to the portion of the video where we talk about future suggestions from you guys, and we'll throw this together with the Q&A section. So if you got any questions for us, like what kind of videos you'd like to see or suggestions and stuff like that, now's the time to put them in the chat before we end the stream, and we'll just answer any of your guys' questions about videos and stuff. But while you guys are throwing together your questions, I'm going to talk about the video suggestions more generally, because we've had a bit of issues with video suggestions. So just before we start answering you guys' questions, we've had a bit of an issue with video suggestions in that, and nobody interrupt me here, because this is a bit of a serious topic. I'm just going to say what I got to say, and then we'll call it there. This is probably going to be the only not fun portion of this video, but Epoch now has a bit of a problem where it's kind of suffering from its own success in a way. Yeah, we're almost ending MDB, but we're in the Q&A section. We're about to enter into that, so there's still a little bit of time left. But essentially, our videos are kind of like really good. Of course they're really good, but I'm not trying to brag or anything. What's happening is that we'll get like a comment on we'll make this masterpiece of a video, like a Mona Lisa, a Da Vinci of a video, and we'll get comments on that video, but instead of comments like, wow, obviously we do get comments like that where it's like, wow, this is the best thing I've ever seen, but in addition to those comments, we just get lists of video suggestions. We've gotten a couple comments that are literally just pages and pages of video suggestions, and the craziest part is that in those lists of video suggestions are videos we've already done, which means the person writing that list didn't watch some of our videos. That was not very smart of you, lizard. My lizard just jumped off my leg. That was not very smart of him. But anyway, so that's kind of, it's a bit of a spam epidemic that we're kind of experiencing, where we'll upload a video, we'll make a post, something along the lines, and then all we'll get is people, not everyone. We love most of you guys and most of your comments, but a lot of time we're, yeah, you've seen Silent Fox says you've seen those type of comments. Yeah, it's just these lists of videos. It's do this, do this, do this. And it detracts a little bit from the hard work that we're doing, because we'll make this masterpiece, and then the comment we get is just, do this. And it's like, well, you didn't even give us your thoughts on the video we just did. And so I guess this is a good time to announce this now. Any video suggestion that is being spammed in our comments is not going to get made. And it's unfortunate, because there's some videos that I want to make. Like, there's one video that's being spammed heavily in our comment section, and it's on my list of videos that I want to make, but I can't make it because it's being spammed. And until the spam stuff stops, a lot of these videos that we want to do are not going to get made. But there are other people that are commenting video suggestions that are doing it the correct way. Earlier today, someone suggested the quagga, and they gave their reasoning as to why they think the quagga is a good idea. That's a good way to do a video suggestion. You tell us why you think that animal is the greatest thing ever, and basically the idea is to inspire us to make a video the way you feel inspired about the animal. You don't just like send a list of videos to make for us to make. We're not going to read the whole list. That's ridiculous. And if you know what, and I know Silent Fox, you've seen those comments, you know what I'm talking about. Like the ones where it's like, man, this video was really good. I'd love to see you guys do you think Esaurus in this style? It's got X, Y, and Z. Yeah, someone laughed at that. It's got X, Y, and Z all about it. It would be perfect for your style of videos. That's a suggestion we'll listen to. But if you're just making like a list of videos that's like, do Ceratosukis, do Imperabator, do you think Esaurus?
Ceratosukis.
What, is Ceratosukis not a... Oh.
No, I know what
do you think Esaurus Rex?
Do you think Esaurus what?
What were you saying,
Can
Max?
we do?
I'm sorry. Ceratosukis is a thing. It's just... I don't know why, but I was thinking of Ceratosukis for a second, and I was like, wait.
Oh, yeah, I was thinking of... Max, that's so funny, because I was thinking of Ceratosukis, too. I had the Spinosaur in my head when I was saying that. But anyway, so...
Can we do Ostafrincosaurus?
No. If anything, that'll just be
anyway.
more.
What I want
As much as I'd love to, no.
As what I want to say is that for that suggestion earlier in the chat for the quagga, that's a suggestion we'll listen to and consider making a video on, because you clearly are passionate about the animal and you want to see that animal in the Epoch Now style. So absolutely. And yeah, Alioramus too. If you have a passion for an animal, and you can inspire us with the passion you have for the animal, that's how you'll get video suggestions made. That's how American Lion got made. So many of you guys were like, please do American Lion. It's so cool. And we were inspired to do the American Lion because of the comments we were getting for it. But you can't inspire us if your comment suggestion is just a list of videos that contains videos we've already done, right? So,
Oh my god, can I read this one comment in the live chat?
yeah, go for it, Mike.
Have we done Triceratops? I feel like that'd be a really good video, big video to work on. Well,
you can talk about that.
Funny thing about that.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, how about that?
We
that
thought
is-
about it, yeah, but I'm like,
funny enough, I wanted to do Triceratops this year, but David convinced me to do it for a 2027 video
We
instead.
literally could not have done Triceratops this year if we wanted to. The only way Triceratops this year would have worked is if we just didn't do any other videos this year. I'm sorry. There's no way.
But yeah, Triceratops, sometime next year. Gonna be, oh man, I'm gonna do a lot of writing and
Yeah, a lot of
it's
writing.
lit.
Hey, don't bite.
gonna do a lot of writing and especially gonna practice narrating for that because Triceratops is my
you're gonna
favorite
have to-
dinosaur, and especially Triceratops is just gonna be just as bad as T-Rex. But
Oh, it's gonna be
Hey.
worse. It'll be worse than T-Rex, I think. T-Rex
it might be worse than T-Rex.
T-Rex was actually a kind of easy video to do because it's like everything about T-Rex is just out there in the public. Everybody knows everything. It's not hard to find information. But Triceratops isn't exactly like T-Rex in that aspect. It'll be hard to dig through some of that research.
Well, I feel autogeny for Triceratops would be worse than T-Rex segment when it comes to autogeny because there's a lot to explain on that one. But it'll come in due time. Right now, we're not too worried about Trike at the moment, though.
So
that's for next year.
Exterm Central Tigris. That's definitely on our radar as well. We were actually going to do a tiger video this year for World Tiger Day. Unfortunately, it just slipped us because the guy who was going to do it, Rengo Gamer, Daniel, had to back out of that video. And of course, it was right around Shark Week. So we decided to do the Shark Week video instead because we don't want to miss Shark Week. But it is on our radar, and it's something we want to do for Extant Files. Absolutely, we want to do that. So
Tigers.
Yes, tigers. We'd love to do tigers. Any tiger video would be fun to do. Yeah, Mike, did you not see that was MDB asking that question?
No, I see it as he was the one asking that. I just didn't think to say his name. But yes, I do news.
Your birthday falls around World Tiger Day. Well, happy birthday, man! Or when is that? It's a couple days from now, right?
Tiger Day is it's on what, on July 29, I believe, which is on a Wednesday.
That's not far from now. Yeah,
10th anniversary of Shin Godzilla. Unrelated topic.
Yeah.
Anyway, is there any other questions you guys have for us while we're still here? We can answer any question about Epoch Now before we go. And while people are asking their questions, because I know the chat takes a bit of time to load, I'm gonna go back and check the itinerary.
Oh yeah, my birthday will be on Tuesday, so
yeah. Everyone, congratulate Dom on his his 40th birthday in a few days.
I'm not gonna be that old. Calm down,
birthday.
Happy birthday, Unc.
See, Dom's been around since the Woolly Mammoths. When
I'm not gonna be that old.
Happy birthday, Unc.
No. He's 50,000 years old, guys. You should know this by now.
Dom went to
All
school.
right, can
with
we end the
Jesus
stream?
Christ.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I'm gonna be 29.
I thought you're already 29.
No, I'm 28 currently.
Damn, Unc.
Hey, all right, buddy. Saurus.
MDB.
Happy birthday, old man.
Hold up. So
MDB.
Fox, thank you for the happy birthday. MDB, I probably will eat some Arby's on my birthday. Now that you brought it up, thank you. You're awesome. You're a pal. And then Saurus, I'm not that old, bro.
All right, Max, this is a question for you. Andy the Goat.
Yeah, this is your question, Max.
Andy the Goat Man says, "What's a good website to read scientific papers paleontologists write on their studies?" Actually, we could do a little bit of self-promotion there if you want to pull up Epoch News.
Yeah, that's
Epoch News.
Yeah, done Epoch News in a while.
So
yeah, I'm still patching up the paleontology news on the Epoch Now website.
But Epoch News is actually, when we get it all patched up, it's a pretty good archive of just papers and scientific papers. Actually, Cody, if you could show the archive off.
Yeah, the recent ones are there's no pages for them yet because
Max
I haven't worked on this much in a year, so
this is the
Go
first
for this
Epoch
old
News.
one.
So actually, if you can go back, we can show off all the stuff we have real quick. So every piece of news that Epoch Now, or really Max, thinks is interesting, you'll be able to find in our news archive, and it goes all the way back to 424 when we started keeping catalog of this. So it goes from 424 up to 626. Max, didn't you do the October stuff?
yes, I did.
Where's
I
the
did it
October
last
stuff?
night.
Oh, that's in
Well-
25, right?
It's 1025.
1025?
Why did it just link to there?
Because you set it up wrong.
Oh no. Oh, perfect.
I clicked 1025.
Give me a second. The
Okay.
page is
Nice
there.
catch.
Don't
Nice
worry.
catch.
I screwed up.
So, okay,
It
so
was late last night when I worked on it. I was
the
tired.
the news archive is kind of under construction right now. But to
Yeah.
answer your question, Andy the Goat Man, outside of an actual answer, because I don't know the actual answer, I'll let Max give you the actual answer. But the Epoch News archive, if you want to go, Cody, just pull up a random older month from the older times before Max forgot to do it. This is where we keep all every interesting
There we go.
piece, every interesting paper we keep here. And if you just click on one of the drop downs, Cody, we've got the abstract for each paper along with a link to the paper. See,
Yep.
right there. So, and we do this for every paper we think is interesting. Honestly, the Epoch News Archive on the Epoch Now website is one of the coolest projects that we're kind of working on. I just hate that we've slacked off on it and we have to kind of restore a lot of it. But genuinely, if you want to go find just any news from any time in the past couple of years, check out our website. See if there's something in there you might want to read about.
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got a lot of comments that have come
Yes,
in.
I know. I'm about to start reading them. Sora says, "What is the one video you have in production you dread the most right now?" I think it has to be Spinosaurus or Triceratops. It has to be, like, you know what? I'll say Spinosaurus because Triceratops is like a distant, off in the distance thing where it's like it'll happen when it happens. But Spinosaurus
Like a
is
distant thunderstorm coming in.
But
Spino's
is
approaching.
Spinosaurus.
Yeah.
Spinosaurus is approaching like a
There-
ballistic missile.
There's a script for Spinosaurus in the Google Drive right now that is currently being worked on, and when that script is done, it's going to not be fun.
It's gonna be a monster, unfortunately, because unlike T-Rex, where where the information is available, some of the stuff that I've tried searching for regarding Spinosaurus is hard to find sometimes, like especially with the stuff between like the early 2000s to like as far back as like the 70s. Like it wasn't even a while ago that I found out that the rostrum specimen that was described in 2005, that giant Spinosaurus snout that they
Yeah.
found in the Chem beds.
That absolutely
Yeah.
huge one.
Yeah. I only found out just recently that was discovered as far back as 1975, and it remained in private collections until 2002.
Oh my gosh, Max, I'm so sorry. Can you hold on for just a second? Cody, go to this month, like the regular month of July, because didn't your paper come out July?
No, it was October, but I didn't add that yet.
Oh, you did.
It was October 20. Was it October 25?
Max, you did.
Yeah, it was.
You did. Cody has
I didn't get to add that.
That was the second most important paper.
Oh, here it
aside
is.
from Oh, you have it?
Well,
He
there's some
didn't
other
even.
stuff.
He didn't even add the dang paper.
Not yet.
Oh, man.
I'm planning on updating it.
Hop to it. Hop to it.
All right.
Today,
Anyway, Max,
Junior.
Max if you can continue, I'm sorry to interrupt, but man, I would have loved to show off Cody's paper.
Yeah, I know. I can
Okay, you know what? I have
I
something
can
I'd like-
send over the link, can I?
Wait, we can talk about that, yeah.
Man, I want Arby's right now, actually, in the morning.
Send Cody the link, and Cody can show off his paper. But while we're doing that, I have some other questions I'd like to answer. Let's see. Are we going to do the quagga? Yes, well, I can't say yes, we are going to do it right now, because it's just so far away, but it is a video that is being considered actively right now, so that is, I can't say yes or no, but I can say it is being considered.
What the hell?
Droop's right. Have you ever heard about the Gomphotheres Cuvier and Nodeomastodon before? And what makes you interested in prehistoric life? Dom, I'll let you answer the Cuvier thing because that's very relevant to last night.
Yeah, because
night before last.
Surviving
good
Earth
question.
episode 7 showcases Cuvier. Now, and I'm not going to spoil the episode, but those are the main focus animal. And if we ever were interested in like making a video on Cuvier, like it would have to be somewhere in the distant future. But like the thing is, Cuvier and Nodomastodon, those are animals that are the first and only proboscideans to ever make it into South America, and they would sadly die out during the Pleistocene. But it is quite amazing to think that proboscideans did make it to South America naturally, which is pretty cool. But yeah, there you go. Like those are pretty cool. They're pretty cool Gomphotheres. The last thing is that so Cuvier and Notomastodon, these are more closely related to the American mastodon than they are to modern day elephants, and like in fact they're very genetically divorced from modern day elephants, but
So
they
you're
are
telling me it's not a mastodon?
No,
Yeah.
yeah, no. Oh, yeah, I see what you did. Not a mastodon, Nodia mastodon. Ha ha ha! Very funny.
Took
But
you a while to figure it.
Anyway, Dom, continue.
Yeah. So with that being said,
Oh,
like
the old man sleepy.
it's quite amazing to think that there were proboscideans in South America. But yeah, so mammoths, Paleoxodon, and extant elephants, those are all like closely related to each other. While mastodons, Cuvieronius, and Notomastodon, these are guys that evolved in their own
You heard him,
distinct
guys. It's not a
family
mastodon.
group. So it's quite amazing to think. But it is sad to say that we have lost them in history. But at the end of the day, it is still really cool that there were not just like modern day elephants and stuff like that roaming around, but a completely different group of these proboscideans that were roaming the earth as well. So that's pretty cool.
And for the second part of your question, Droopy writes, "What makes you interested in prehistoric life?" I'm gonna ask that to Max and Cody because I think they are by far the most interested in prehistoric life out of all of us. So, because
I'm pretty interested. What are you talking about?
we are rapidly running out of time, and
Yeah.
Cody and Max
Running.
Cody and Max both work at museums, so they get to
We
answer the
got
question.
18 people watching, by the way.
I know, that's incredible. So Max, you'll go first, and then Cody, you'll go second. At which point you'll show off your paper. Okay. Sound good?
All right. I'm sending this in the chat right now.
All right, send it to the chat.
I don't know if you'll see it. This is the link to Cody's paper.
So,
Trying to be careful here.
but anyway, Max, if you can answer the question, what makes you interested in prehistoric life?
Prehistoric park, you said?
Prehistoric
Life.
Oh, prehistoric life.
Prehistoric
Sorry, I was fixated on all this. It's kind of a funny story. It all started with me, like little I guess little kindergarten me, starting out with like, having an interest for marine biology because I just thought all the different species of fish and the different colors that they had, they just looked cool, Then I discovered YouTube and I started watching fish videos on there.
Spoonfish.
I'm gonna keep I'm
Can't
gonna
say
end
that.
you.
You can't say
I know.
that.
That's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
But no, yeah. So basically, one day, one night when I was on YouTube, I saw advertisements coming up for the advertisements that were coming up at the time for Sea Monsters, the National Geographic film, and that was the start of my interest for prehistoric marine life. And then I discovered all the other stuff like, walking with dinosaurs. It was also around the same time I was introduced to the prehistoric tributes that were on YouTube at the time. Then I was introduced to what is now my favorite dinosaur, Spinosaurus, thanks to Jurassic Park 3, and it wasn't until I was 8 that I officially became interested in paleontology. And it's just that interest has stuck around over the years. I just think it's cool that
And it
there were creatures
culminated in
that
you
used to
ending up at a
exist
museum,
long before us, and just I don't know. There's just something awesome, like knowing that reptiles in particular used to rule the world at one point, in a sense. And just knowing about all these other different creatures over the years, it just made me love paleontology even more. So it's kind of how it all started for me.
And Cody, how about you?
For me, well, it kind of started out almost like, I mean, anyone else. As a little kid, I grew up watching a lot of dinosaur films. Funny enough, Godzilla is the one that got me into dinosaurs, apparently, because it was the first like movies I watched when I was like a little kid. It'd be on my parents' television, and I'd be watching it. But then it blossomed into something a whole lot different. It I'm gonna cover it with how it is now, since I basically just said how it started. It was, Godzilla for me, and then it just exploded into me, like 5 years old, saying Tyrannosaurus Rex, and then of course I've been drawing since then. It used to be stick figures, believe it or not. Like how everyone used to say, I can only draw a stick figure. I drew a stick figure, and this is how this. Well, this is where I'm at. Um, but now it's so much more. Just the idea of, you know, diving into the past, looking at all of the animals that were here on this planet that are no longer with us, and also seeing, the relation to the animals that we see nowadays. It's a very um, it's a very beautiful story to look into the natural history of life. And so, of course, it started with dinosaurs, T-Rex, Therizinosaurus, you name it. Now that I work in a museum where, the only fossils that we've got are fossils from, like the Carboniferous, because this was a heavily coal area. And obviously the Ice Age. It's a unique spot because now we've got things like woolly mammoths, American mastodon, Megalonyx jeffersoni, the ground sloth, Arctodus simus, the giant short-faced bear. All those animals have intrigued me a whole lot more. And while I still like dinosaurs nonstop, I actually admire all prehistoric life. I've started to sway into being like infatuated by um, Cenozoic life, specifically the late Pleistocene. Um, and that passion from ever since I was little to now, it has not dwindled. It is stronger and stronger than ever. And then,
Which
yeah.
now leads into this paper. If you'd like to explain.
Yeah,
that.
so as you know, I am a paleo artist, but it's been kind of hard to get anywhere with things, and so I had been in a lot of contact with uh, Jeremy Stout, the one of the writers for this paper, um, ever since college, and he's been a big help to me in trying to get my artwork out there. I've been his scientific illustrator for a couple of things, and this one's the one I can talk about because now it's out. But it's about a small enigmatic alligatoroid from the Middle Eocene Clarno Formation. It's part of the John Day fossil beds, which, we talk about Daedon, John Day fossil beds in Oregon. So I've got some notes to talk about a little bit on what it is. It's a fairly small type of alligatoroid. There's no like specific naming for it yet, but it consists of mostly I think it's a lower jaw. I did some drawings for it. Yeah. Oh, we'll show it. This is the jaw here. Very unique tooth shape and structure of it. I actually drew uh, illustrations for these, but they went with having the actual specimen um, as a part of it. But it's kind of like something similar to that of, I just seen it, Ironbergia, which they're like small alligator type animals. They kind of fit a niche that might be similar to caimans. But of course, and we also got a humerus right here. This was it's very neatly preserved. This is, but when I'd been approached to make this animal, this was the first time reconstructing an animal out of just a humerus and lower jaw piece. And so, but this is the artwork right here. I drew two of them within the formation by a river, uh, cascaded under some foliage, and of course, the John Day fossil beds in the Clarno Formation was a volcanic um, area during the Eocene. So there's like a small volcano right there. And this was I think, also part of a fossil event. But yeah, this is my first ever paper that I've been a part of that has my paleo art in it, and hopefully there'll be some more to come. There's a lot of good authors in this, so I recommend you check them out. Jeremy Stout, obviously, very good with crocodilians. Um, Tobias Masson, I think that's how to pronounce their name. Joshua X. Samuels, and Blaine Schubert is actually one of the paleontologists down at the Gray Fossil Site in Gray, Tennessee, who I have worked with the museum that I'm at currently in Saltville. He helps run the digs down in Saltville, and he's a big bear guy. So be sure to check out the Gray Fossil Site stuff too. And of course, Jeremy Stout works at Still Creek Park in Bristol, Tennessee. So also be sure to check out that park. But yeah, that's it.
That's pretty cool, Cody. Now let's check chat one last time, see if we got any new questions and comments. David Fiore 4677 says, Epoch Now, love your channel so much. Thank you. I can't wait to see. I can't wait for you to do future videos. Have you seen recent Surviving Earth episode featuring Cuvieronius? They look amazing. They sure do, as Dom can attest. Dom is a big fan of Surviving Earth.
Like, episode 7 was phenomenal. I love it.
Yeah, that was a good episode.
So, we have 9 minutes till 3 o'clock. Do we want to kind of spend those 9 minutes doing something else, talking about some other stuff before we go? Just to make it an even 3 hours?
I had a joke.
Let's talk about the Pacific Mastodon.
Absolutely not.
That, Max, come on. Let's have the Pacific and Mastodon.
So we're going to have the Pacific Mastodon.
Not what it's called, but yeah, Pacific and Mastodon.
No. No,
we're
that
not.
is never going to see the light of day. Absolutely. That is.
I was gonna mention Spinosaurus mirabilis, but okay.
No, let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Let's talk about the new unicorn.
Mastodon, even though that's not really what the name's called.
So, yeah, talk about Spinosaurus mirabilis, because that's pretty neat.
Yeah,
do you have the paper on here?
Yeah,
it is like, yeah.
I wish. I think
Max, buddy, I've been.
Come on, man.
Man.
Max, I've been telling you for months to get Epoch News updated, and he's like, I will, and then we get here, and it's like, oh, I
Never
forgot
does.
to add those.
We're here at the finishing line, and he's like 10 miles behind us.
Also, guys, we're gonna live stream for another 8 minutes, so if you've got more questions, if you want to know how we make our stuff, how we edit our intros, how we do animations, if you just want to know any stuff, ask your questions now before it hits 3 o'clock, because at that point we'll end the stream.
Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yep. Now, Max, Mirabilis.
yes.
Yeah, Mirabilis.
That is Spinosaurus mirabilis. That was I will say, I, along with few other people here, have actually been aware about this species for a while because, not only because Paul Sereno first announced the discovery 4 years ago, but there were leaks online for the next couple of years, and just the more we saw the skull, I especially was very tempted to make artwork for it, And I did do a sketch last year, which I made sure I didn't release until the day the paper came out. But yeah, it's what makes it unique is like not only just the location of where it was discovered, but also where it was deposited. Because unlike Spinosaurus aegypticus, where it's been found in near coastal habitats, kind of like, swamps, marshes, whatnot. Spinosaurus mirabilis was further inland. Its environment was completely riparian, freshwater. Um, and it makes you think like how uh specialized this species may have been too in that aspect, because the moment the sea levels rose during the Turonian extinction, it probably died out like almost immediately, you know? But yeah, the coolest thing about it is definitely the crest. I do like how we have three different specimens, all of which do preserve crests, and I'm pretty sure they're all asymmetrical, which says a lot because birds, a lot of birds with keratinous crests today, they always aren't symmetrical. So I think that makes sense. And yeah, there's just so much about it that's really, really, really cool. Uh, I will say it is too bad that well, as much as I like that the specimens we have are from younger individuals, I do find it unfortunate that we don't have an adult yet, because the oldest one we have is a subadult, and that one's, I think, estimated to be 8 meters. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about.
We've also got
It's a great new species, I gotta say.
And we have we have another question from Dupes. What programs do you use to make your videos, like art and animations? Jim actually answered him in the comments. He talked about Pivot and Stick Nodes. That's what we use to animate with.
Yeah.
But to make the intros, we all use different video editors. I use Filmora, but most of the other guys, you guys use Vegas, right?
Yeah, Sony Vegas. I'm trying to move on from that because I'm sick of it
trying to figure out
crashing.
something else to use.
Yeah, because
iMovie.
Cody
I started
uses
using
iMovie.
DaVinci, so I'm
I've
getting
heard
used to that
DaVinci?
now.
I've heard DaVinci.
DaVinci.
And then obviously we don't make our own music, unfortunately. We wish we did, but we pretty much just use whatever video software we have. That's the best thing about Epoch now, is that we can do this stuff from any video editing software. Free, expensive, pirated, obtained legally. We can do it all. It's perfect for anything. But I will tell you what we don't use. We never use AI. Nothing. Ever is AI. We are firmly anti-AI at Epoch now.
We all do our stuff from pure scratch.
So every thumbnail we do, Cody draws, or we just create with a picture of the extant life form. But for the extinction files, Cody does every single artwork for that, hand drawn himself, which I honestly think is amazing personally. But it also it also helps us not have to use AI, which I just saw this on Twitter today. One of the guys I'm following, he's a Kerbal Space Program YouTuber, Matt Lown, posted a post that says YouTube now allows you to make your own AI thumbnails based on the videos your channel produces. And I saw that, I'm like, goodness gracious, it's everywhere. This AI plague is just, it's everywhere.
It really, really is just, oh my god.
It's like
It's frustrating. It really
The bubble
is.
will not pop soon enough.
Yeah, and honestly, a little bit of a quick rant before we end the stream. We really don't like seeing AI videos be successful while our handmade stuff doesn't get very successful. It's just super annoying. I saw one guy I used to watch upload a video with an AI T-Rex in it, and it was a day old and had 1.1 million views. And I was just like, 1.1 million views on an AI T-Rex video. What are we even doing here?
Yeah, what are we doing?
Yeah,
Like, what is
seriously.
this?
What are you doing with it, Lazara?
Yeah, like,
We make this. We hand drew the T-Rex thumbnail, and it got 25,000 views over like a year. And then an AI thumbnail, 1.1 million views in a day. It's just that's a rant.
I genuinely can't believe that.
That's
Yeah.
a rant. Yeah. Silent
That's
Fox,
just-
I wish it would
Oh,
die
wait.
out already. My girlfriend is an artist, and lately she has been finding people who have been stealing her artwork and plugging it into AI programs.
Yeah,
Cody,
see, exactly.
There's a
exactly.
special place
Thank
in
you.
hell for those people.
Cody,
You
These
should tell.
AI
You should.
people are stealing artworks from people and then like passing it off as their own work, and they'll try
Hey,
to like do
lads.
shit.
Yeah.
You should
Stupid.
tell everyone about what happened with us.
I know, I was
and the
about to-
American
Oh,
Lion
yeah.
thumbnail.
That's
Oh,
your story,
boy.
Cody.
Oh
Alright,
no,
okay,
they
I
even
know-
Yeah,
try
so-
to replicate her signature. Oh my
I
god.
know.
That- I am
know.
so sorry,
Dom,
Fox.
Dom, I need to establish something real quick. I know it's 3:00 and we said we're gonna end the stream at 3, but this AI stuff is important to talk about, and Cody has a story to tell about AI and the American
Yeah.
Lion video.
Yeah. So y'all know the American Lion video, right?
Yeah.
That beautiful thumbnail. Fun fact: that thumbnail wasn't going to be like what it was. It was much different when we first started it, but then I was able to improve on my artwork skills and make it something that I'm very pleased with. I've got it hanging on my wall. But yeah. So someone somehow it was on Facebook. I think it was like a Cenozoic group. That had a lot of other big paleo artists like Hodari Nundu in it. And someone had taken, I guess from one of our Twitter posts, the American Lion thumbnail and put it through an AI generative machine to make an AI artwork of it and posted it and passed it off as their own artwork of a Sumatran lion. Is that what it was? A Sumatran lion?
It was a lion of
something?
some kind. It wasn't a cold.
I think it was meant to be.
Well, it's AI. It was nothing.
The slop lion.
it was
exactly.
some
It was a slop lion. It didn't matter what it was.
Slop lion, yeah.
Sumerian lion, probably. I don't know.
Yeah,
Either way,
just call
it was. I mean, it didn't even change a whole lot. I mean, the pose and everything. They just put a mane on it and removed the original patterning that Jack has made beautifully on that design for the concept art.
I was pissed.
And yeah, so that happened. I honestly don't even remember the rest of the story because I think I wasn't around for much of it. I know we tried to put a handle on getting that removed from the group. And of course, other, big artists, from what I remember Daniel telling me, had stepped in, like Hodari.
Dari, God bless his
So
soul.
shout out to the
Also
ones
wanna
who
kiss him on the
stepped up.
lips.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know if anything changed, but I think that is our one instance. But it was a scary instance because it almost made me not want to put any more artwork out. And that's not good. That is not good at all. So if you can fight against AI, please.
Fight for your life.
Yeah,
And,
honestly, and it hurts too because like the reason Cody did that artwork was so that we could have a thumbnail that wasn't AI on our videos. I mean, we probably would have just used someone else's paleo art if not for Cody. No offense, of course. I'm just saying that's just how it is. We weren't ever going to use AI, but we prefer hand drawn thumbnails because it makes the videos more human. A human drew that thumbnail. And it happens to be our human that we personally own. I'm kidding. but
You own?
You own.
we own you, Cody. You're never gonna leave. I'm kidding. But you get the point, right? It's our team member who does the thumbnail, and then some guy across the world that we've never met before just was like, "Yeah, that's mine. I'm going to just I'm gonna run it through an AI generation machine and pass it off as my own." And it was just awful. But
The one thing that especially boiled my blood was when that same guy took that post down and decided to add it as a banner to his account. That pissed me off.
Yeah, that was not good either. But I'm sure he's been banned since then. I mean, I don't know what was going on with that, but it's over.
And
It's done.
may I add my personal experience to the topic as well, because something did also happen to me recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's this YouTuber. I don't know if you guys
Wait, Max.
know
is it,
who he
hold
is,
on, hold
but
on.
Wait.
Max, time out.
Wait,
Time
hold
out.
up.
Time out. Is it the
Mm.
thing with the Lord of the Rings?
no, it's
No,
not
it's the
that.
thing with
Okay.
the fish.
It's the fish.
I don't know about the fish. You can go.
Um,
You can go.
Should I say his name? I don't
Yeah,
know.
docs his ass.
Dude, come
That-
on. Language.
I
You
mean,
said
I'm
this-
talking about the
The
YouTuber.
stream is basically over, basically.
Dude, it does not matter. Language.
All right,
Keep
all
it-
right, all right. So there's this YouTuber, right? His name's Anthony Payne. A month ago, made an upload about the Kem beds, and I was watching it. Noticed a lot of AI generated stuff, which at this point you're just gonna see everywhere, unfortunately. But then there was one that especially grinded my gears because one of the things this guy generated was something that I did artwork of 2 years ago. There was a catfish, or a pleco that was discovered in the Kem beds, and it was published a couple of years ago. It's called Afrocascudo, and I did artwork for that because I used to have a pleco as a pet. They're really cool fish. I like them. And this guy just decided to, generate a full AI piece instead of just using the original artwork and put my work through it. And even after a month later, I'm still not happy about it. So,
Yeah. We're not fans of AI, as you can tell. But let's end the stream on a happy note, and
yeah, let's do that.
let's
Yeah.
So we just wanted. This was our celebration video. We hope you enjoyed the 3 hour. I do want to point out that last time we did Epoch Live, we were like, okay, this will be an hour-long stream, and then it turned out to be 2 hours. So this time we planned on a 2-hour stream, and it ended up being 3 hours. So I just think that's hilarious. But I'm so happy that we've maintained a consistent audience for most of this video, and we love doing Epoch Live. But the next Epoch Live, as I'm sure you may know, I don't know if we mentioned it last time or not, but the next Epoch Live will release when we hit 10,000 subscribers. So it goes 2,000 subscribers, 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 20,000 subscribers. So it's an exponential rate, right? We do it as we gain these bigger and bigger milestones. So thank you guys for tuning in to our 5,000 subscriber special. And
thank you so much.
We can't wait. We can't wait to see you again for 10,000 subscribers.
No, 100,000.
100,000.
We're never
A million
We're never making it to
subscribers.
100.
Well, here's the thing. If you guys want another Epoch Live, make sure to share our stuff and tell people to subscribe to Epoch now, so that we'll hit 10,000 subscribers sooner and can do another Epoch Live. Because this is the only times you get to get behind the scenes stuff with our streams and our content, and just hang out with us. It's fun to do this stuff with you guys. But yeah.
Can I have an apple?
No, you cannot have that.
Oh my god. No.
Extreme.
You can have an apple.
Extreme Central.
no.
You're banned
you
from
cannot.
apples for the rest of your life.
Thank you. Oh, also thank you to Exterm Central for being one of our Patreon supporters. Thank you. That actually does help us out a lot. So thank you for that. We do appreciate you. We appreciate all of our Patreons. Also, if you guys want to support the Patreon, there's a link somewhere, I imagine. Basically, it's like $1 to $10, and you can get your name at like the credits of videos. You can help pick the design of an animal for each dinosaur video we do. Oh yeah, and that's also limited to extant files or extinction files, because with extant files we already know the color of the animal. We can't just make up something. But with extinction files, if you're part of the Patreon, you'll get to design one of the species that shows up. And so very soon we're going to be making that post on Patreon for Shunosaurus, where you're going to get to design the Shunosaurus for that episode, or at least one of them in any case. And then but anyway, so there's some little benefits there, but basically it's just supporting us. If you like what we do and you want to support us, go to the Patreon and chip in $1 if you want. It's not necessary, but we do appreciate it. So, with that, is there anything else anyone else wants to say? Max, Cody, Dom, even? Actually, Dom, because you're the one running the stream right now. Or the Zoom right now.
Thank you guys
Dominic
so much for everything, and we are very excited for the future of Epoch Now, and stay tuned for the Mako Shark video for our Shark Week special, and be prepared for Shunosaurus and Platypus. We are all very excited to make these videos. Thank you all so much for everything you've guys done in the past, and I am definitely very excited for what is in store for the channel moving forward. Be ready and prepared. It is exciting.
All right, are we ready to end it, everybody? Want to say
Yeah.
goodbye?
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Hope the mammoth kills Dom.
All right, bye.
Oh my god,
Dude.
That's not how you tell stories.
that's not how you tell stories. Yeah.
That's not how you tell stories.